somehow Air-deraan returned.
That's right. After being shot down by the flak cannons of the War of the Bounty Hunters and trudging through the mess of tunnels that are our day jobs, we are back, once again, chronicling the lives and deaths of clone troopers and the constant drama of the Skywalker family and their friends.
Whoa.
Welcome to an Air-deraan. After all this?
I'm sure.
I fucking quit.
I'm joined, as always.
We're not keeping this shit, man. Welcome to On Air-deraan. I am joined always by this hyena of a man, Freddy.
Oh, and I'm joined, as always.
Your droid.
My droid, as always, is my good friend Luke.
This is off to a fantastic start.
I mean, we have had 15 minutes of talking about ungodly things.
Which you might hear about if you make it until the... I say post-credits, it's not like we have credits. Post-show.
Post-blow? Technically.
To the post-blow clarity, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But for clarity, we are back to the Clone Wars, talking about the next two episodes in the Clone Wars, which is Landing at Point Rain and Weapons Factory.
A classic two-parter that's part of a four-parter that's part of a five-parter.
Yeah, exactly. It's so simple, guys.
It's
just watch it in chronological order.
Yeah. Don't forget about that episode that takes place randomly before episode 2, the clones attack.
That does not... What?
That's a direct translation of the Czech title, don't worry about it.
That doesn't take place before episode 2.
I thought it did.
I don't think it
doesn't freaking...
Shark T's in it.
The one with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, the first one where the Spider-Man has the invisible ship.
That's before the Battle of Christophsis.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking
about. So before the Clone Wars movie.
Maybe that was what I had thought.
Yeah, not before episode 2.
It would have been crazy if an episode of Clone Wars took part before the Clone Wars started, wouldn't it?
That would be pretty cool.
Would it? There are some flashbacks later to Qui-Gon, right? Or is his Force Ghost there?
It's a Force thing, not forced.
Are we back to freaking Forced Ghosts?
Such a good bit, though.
Really good bit. And I maintain that it's correct.
It is true, yeah.
All ghosts, barring Luke, are forced.
I thought Luke was the only consensual ghost.
Yes, because Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan were killed, Yoda died of old age, and Luke killed himself.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he killed himself by just forcing too hard.
Yeah, he accepted that his place is not alive.
Yeah.
And that his place is to become the Force, just like Mozart became music in the finale of Westworld.
What the fuck?
Have you seen Westworld? Season 1?
No.
So...
I thought Amadeus is like Mozart.
Yeah. Well,
he's in Westworld?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sir Anthony Hopkins does a speech where he's like, death is kind of like a social construct. We can say that Mozart's music is still with us and influencing us further.
Whoa.
So you could say that Mozart didn't die, he became his music.
Whoa.
Which happens just before all of the spoiler alert for a season that came out 9 years ago, season 1 of Westworld. Spoiler! That happens just before all the robots in Westworld go crazy and start killing people, including Sir Anthony Hopkins, which maybe was on purpose.
Well, there's like 2 more seasons of Westworld, so surely they like answer something.
Yeah.
I actually, the only thing I know about that show is that Redditors correctly guessed the plot twist, so they changed the plot twist, and then it didn't make sense. That's what I had heard.
Troubling, if true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, a bunch of shows do that, and they're never better off for it.
Yeah, just don't do that.
Yeah, just, like, let people be right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, George R.R. Martin, but, like, don't work on changing King Bran just because people thought it was a bit weird.
Is he doing that? I haven't
think
heard anything of that.
No, I don't think he'll change it, but
I hope not.
I think he's stuck in some other parts.
I'm not too surprised. Anyway, speaking of being stuck in some parts,
my God,
we're on Air-deraan, the freaking tangent, the podcast.
Yes.
And we are, as Freddy has said, to talk about a little show called The Clone Wars.
Exactly.
A show that we know and sometimes love.
Should we start with our classic Emmy, Grammy, Oscar award-winning segment?
Star Destructure. Yes, of course, let's do that, Freddy, my friend. Why don't you take the turn this time to explain what Star Destructure is?
So, the Star Destructure is, imagine a burger, and when you see that burger, you can, from the side, see the contents of the burger. So, imagine that burger is the podcast, and the Star Destructure is the act of visualizing the side of the burger. That's what the Star Destructure is.
Is the act of visualizing a burger inside this burger?
Well, I mean, the burger's contents is contained, like, within the burger. Like, a burger isn't just the burger buns. It's like, you have to imagine there's, like, a force field around the burger. It's like a glass dome that contains both the buns and the innards.
I thought I knew where you were going with this, and it would have made sense if you had done.
So, like, the Star Destructure of the podcast is the glass dome of the side of, like, the being able to visualize the interior of the podcast. Because the Star Destructure is where we explain the structure of the podcast.
This is not worth engaging with. Like, I thought you might have gone like, oh, it's like a McDouble where they put a burger inside a burger, because the Star Destructure is where we describe the Star Destructure, and within the first part of the Star Destructure, aka the first segment, is Star Destructure.
That would make sense.
So, like, in a McDouble, one part of the burger is a burger.
Maybe, but I was more going for, like, how the display case for the cane from the film Citizen Kane, the Star Destructure is the glass in front of the cane from Citizen Kane. And the cane from Citizen Kane is the structure of the podcast.
What about Kane from WWE?
He is the podcast.
What about Kane Marco from Marvel?
He's dead.
Juggernaut. He's dead?
Yeah, canonically in Air-deraan, he's dead.
Ooh, poor him. What about his boyfriend, Black Tom Cassidy?
I at this point, I can't tell if you're making it up.
No.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
Technically not canonical, but come on. Everyone knows it. Don't worry about it.
I'm so confused.
So that's the Star Destructure. That's the
Destructure.
first segment of the podcast
So
where we
simple.
currently find ourselves.
And the first segment of the podcast, as explained in the Star Destructure of the podcast, is the Star Destructure of the podcast. Hence my hence my burger analogy, where the contents of a burger includes the burger. So
I guess it technically does.
yeah, am I right?
Let's move on. The second segment, occasionally, is Motoransisis, I
Exactly.
think. Let's just say that it is.
No,
I think it is. No, it isn't.
No, it
Fuck.
isn't.
It's Grand Admiral Thoughts.
Which are our general thoughts, but better.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Are like impressions, non-spoiler ideas about the episode.
exactly. Then we move on swiftly, without tangents, to Motoransisis, which is only relevant for Clone Wars and children's books that include the moral of the story blatantly for the audience.
Well, as if you've ever seen an episode of Clone Wars, they flash like a little, what do they call it? Like fortune cookie bit of wisdom.
Yeah, like...
that may or may not have something to do with the episode they're about to see.
Yeah, like be kind to yourself. Don't do drugs.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah. Abstinence is the best protection. I thought that one was a bit weird.
Air-deraan does not necessarily stand by everything said within it.
Yeah, Clone Wars, sometimes they say some weird things. Like, when...
The only good ghost is a consensual ghost.
Yeah, I was like, this is really inappropriate time to come out with this.
Always use a condiment.
Yeah. Oh, wait, does warm sushi, is that condiment? No.
Let's not get into this. After Moto-ran Sissis, named after our favorite Jedi, not true, but he is our patron saint.
He is, yeah.
Is the Crochet Granite.
Which is the opposite of Nitty Gritty, because Crochet Granite is the broad strokes look at the episodes in question.
That wasn't a tick. About strokes.
That wasn't a tick. That was me pluralizing episodes because there's 2 episodes that we're covering.
Indeed.
Yep. And it's going to be more efficient than the last episode where we had to do Crochet Granite for 34 fucking issues of a comic. So it's going to be more efficient than that. Don't worry.
Watch us being Crochet Granite for like 5 hours.
There's not that much this time.
No. The following segment is, of course, the opposite of Crochet Granite.
Yeah.
Which is, there's no real way to know what that is.
Yeah.
So the segment doesn't have a name.
Doesn't have a name.
This is untrue. The next segment is the Nitty Gritty, where we dive headfirst into the complex tangle of tunnels that are our opinions, our tangents.
Yep.
Just whatever we feel like that may or may not have something to do with this episode, but should.
Oh my god. I've got things to mention this episode.
I've also have things.
Nice. We are very good at making this podcast.
We're half an hour into this recording.
To be fair, most of that is off post-show.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
our impromptu post-show that we did before show, but that's fair. Let's move on.
Let's move on to the last segment.
Is it? Yes,
yeah,
yes
it is the last segment because we moved Moto-ran Sissis to be at the start because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
The last segment is the actual award-winning segment.
This is the segment that got us slapped at the Grammys.
Exactly, yeah. By a man.
By Wilbur Smith. That's the author.
I was thinking of the diabetes guy for some reason.
Oh, what's his name?
Wilford Brimley. Yeah, he's in Star Wars.
Which one?
He's in Ewoks 2. No, or just Ewoks.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the one with Teak. I think that's Ewoks 2.
He's either in... Oh, yeah, that's
Battle of Endor. Yeah, so whenever I was a kid and I wanted to watch the Battle of Endor on YouTube, I would search Star Wars Battle of Endor, and the only thing that would come up was that Ewoks movie. And I was like, this isn't how I remembered it.
I hear it's better than people give it credit for.
It's literally Willow 2, but they then changed it to be Star Wars. That's unconfirmed, but makes sense when you consider there's a castle on Endor, and also an evil witch.
And a desert, I believe.
And a desert, yeah.
Yeah.
One of 2 deserts on Endor, somehow.
Well, we only see like a little bit of it.
Yeah. So our Wilford Brimley segment is light side,
the dark side, and the one in the middle, the Bendu.
Which is...
where we...
cover...
our favorite...
and least...
favorite piece...
in...
this...
episode...
and also the other episode...
And I'm going to stop doing this because it's actually going
Unlistenable, yes.
Yeah, unlistenable. So it's a
And
good
we also cover our
one in the middle.
blank bit,
Yeah.
which could be good,
It could be good.
could be less good.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, I've got something that's just a thing. That I've got other things to go along.
I'm not gonna spoil what mine is because it's not that interesting.
There's less trivia in this than you would think.
Yeah.
So,
We'll get into this very, very soon.
Should
One
we
might
immediately say,
let's get into it right now.
yeah. So, Luke, what did you actually think to these two Clone Wars episodes?
So, I found this was... I think this is interesting because in my memory, this was like classic Clone Wars.
Yeah.
In my rewatch, especially upon learning who wrote them, I was not as enthused.
Who wrote them? I'm scared.
Brian Larsen, my least favorite writer on this staff, who is responsible for Mr. of a Thousand Moons, among not much else.
Not related to Brie Larson.
To my knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes. I would say it's better than Mr. of a Thousand Moons. I would, however, also say, other than that episode, maybe my least favorite episode so far.
Really?
There were things I liked a fair bit.
Yeah.
There were things mostly unrelated to the script that I liked a fair bit.
Are you talking mainly on a script basis?
I guess teleplay mostly that I
Yeah.
didn't like.
Yeah.
There were things related more to the production itself and the future of the series that I liked.
Yeah.
But I found some parts of this shallow and other parts annoying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some behind-the-scenes reasons why that's probably the case.
I am really excited to find out because for once I did not slop the Wook.
I didn't slop the work. I was...
So you slopped the .com?
Yeah, StarWars.com
Yeah.
for this because it just told me. Like, thanks.
Yeah, fair enough.
Um,
What did you think?
So I was watching them mainly. I knew that the writing wasn't like the best because these are mainly like visual episodes, I would say. And I would say at least Landing at Point Rain I liked for the most part, mainly because it is very visually distinct from like other episodes in the Clone Wars. I think it's the only one that actually tries something interesting with like shots and composition, and once you find out why, it makes sense why it's actually like unique and also probably better than a lot of things that we see later.
I have a feeling I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. I did appreciate, like I'm saying, a lot of that.
Yeah.
It had a feel to it, a certain feel that felt like they were really going for something and going pretty hard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was undercut for me by Ahsoka being the way I remember people talking about her.
So
and Anakin being at his absolute worst.
It's how 8-year-old me remembered Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And that was when 8-year-old me, I remember like having arguments with my friend who was like, I think in love with Ahsoka or whatever. And I was like, no, she's really annoying. I hate Ahsoka. She gets on my nerves.
To be fair to Ahsoka, she was right.
Yeah.
It was Anakin who was being a dick. However,
is a dickhead.
when you're an 8-year-old boy, a girl doing anything is annoying to you, which is a bit of a problem.
Yeah,
but...
no, I think this was when I had that opinion that was like mainly Clone Wars movie.
I don't remember too much how I felt about her in the movie, but I don't think I hated her that much.
I think
at all.
I was just an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I was already pissed off at that movie for replacing Commander Thire with Commander Fox.
Yeah.
For some reason, 8-year-old me was actually annoyed at that. It was something I like was angry at 8 years old, and I cared about that. Commander Thire's not even a character. But anyway.
See, not all nerds, when they're upset, it's not always about women.
Yeah.
Says the person who is still upset at Rise of... yes, Rise of Skywalker, but Last Jedi, but not for the reasons...
Yeah, not for those reasons.
Not for those reasons. Much like Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that.
We've already talked about that, I think.
Most likely.
I think recently. I think in the reboot.
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe off-pod.
Off-pod.
Because it is... It's not quite 10 years, but it will be soon.
Yeah, true.
I think it's 2017?
That's so sad, yeah. No, it was when we were in first year.
I think in the first year we
it
drank
was 1
to
year.
1 year.
1 year of... Yeah.
Weird thing to drink to, but I was having a time, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that might also have been the time where I locked myself out of my own room, so I had So I went to the pub in, like, pajama bottoms and, like, a hoodie.
Oh my god.
Everyone thought I was having a bad time, which I guess I was, but not that type of bad time.
Yeah, but that pub had, like, £2 carlings. Tasted like shit, but... like £2?
Remember when things
or
were
was it
£2?
less? It must have been less, actually.
I think I bought a jug, so it was even less than
my
that. Not for myself, but I probably drank most of it.
I think you did buy a jug though. I don't think it was all to yourself. I just remember we'd all like already bought drinks and then you bought a jug.
That sounds about right, honestly. Look, it was first year of uni. When else would I go wild?
Yeah, and it was post
Last
when
week,
I started
but other than
drinking. For the first semester of uni, first year I didn't drink.
Wise.
So yeah.
Drinking is bad. Don't do it.
Don't do it. That's also one of the Clone Wars mottos.
Drugs will kill you, especially beer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm covered in green.
Covered in greens. Slop?
I'm covered in Luke's green milk.
Whoa.
Not that one. I'm talking about the other Luke and the other milk.
Oh, this is a milk-free podcast.
Yes. Thank you, Last Jedi, for introducing Luke Green Milk. You deserve better.
But yeah, anyway.
This was an interesting set of episodes, wasn't it, Freddy?
I thought Weapons Factory suffers from everyone being a fucking idiot. The thing is, I think these two episodes are good when you consider that that it is like a kid's show.
It is a Saturday morning cartoon.
It's a Saturday morning cartoon. I think this is like, if the entirety of the Clone Wars was like this, I think people would still like it. Because I think this is simultaneously like Clone Wars at how it is good, but also Clone Wars how it's not good. And I don't really know how that's possible, because like...
Clone Wars is a couple different things, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got character-focused episodes, it's got action-focused episodes, it's got like politics/intrigue-focused episodes.
Yeah.
And this is very much an action over the other two set of episodes.
Yeah. While he's landing at Point Rain is, yes. I think Weapons Factory
is a bit more character-y.
Well, it's character-y if like someone doesn't know how to fucking write. But like the thing is, visually, I still think it's good. I really like,
with one caveat, which is I think you know me, you're mostly familiar with this in respect to foreheads, but I'm a texture freak, and Geonosis textures, I'm sorry, looked pretty rough.
Look, it was 2009.
Yeah, but have you seen the other episodes that we've covered so far?
Those textures are pretty shit as well. Like,
not like this.
I mean,
I know that deserts are hard to do well on a budget in 2009.
Like, this still came out. When I first watched these episodes, I watched it on a CRT TV.
As it was meant to do.
So, like, I don't really remember having fault with that at the time. It also helps that Disney Plus is unusable on a computer because the quality was locked at 720p, so I couldn't see that the textures were bad.
It's possible that I'm watching like a worse version of a Blu-ray than I did previously. It is possible.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just why, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I think
Other
there's
than that, it
reasons
does
why.
look pretty quality. Yes.
I think there's reasons why, like not post production, like production reasons why, some aspects look like they've had more care and attention for, and other parts have been left by the wayside, because that's literally what's happened.
Do you want to tell me about it now, or should we leave it for later?
I think I'll stop alluding to it, and we'll just talk about it later.
Okay.
I'll stop. I'll just stop. Like,
Let's leave it for the
dropping
nitty-gritty or the sides.
so, what actually happened? What was the crochet granite of the story?
Okay, so
Setting
you
the scene.
know the Separatists. You know what they do. They like making robots.
They do.
And big Bugman Poggle the Lesser is like, we used to make robots here, and they made us stop. So let's try doing it again.
Yep.
In other words, the big droid factories on Geonosis are back in production.
Yeah.
And getting bigger and better, potentially.
The biggest, like droid factory ever, right?
Likely. So what does the Republic do? Send, like, everything they've got to make it stop.
Yeah.
And it doesn't super go very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are staging a massive invasion, but unfortunately the Separatists are very well prepared, so most of the troops get shot down and have to make their way to the landing, to Point Rain, I guess.
Yeah. Point Rain is like the name of the point, I guess, that the landing site for the 212th attack battalion.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan
manages to land there,
he gets
but
shot down.
never mind then. Does anyone make it where they're supposed to go?
No.
Never.
apart from like Cody, I guess, and his lot.
But no one cares about Cody.
Right,
we don't follow
They
him
form
anyway.
like a ring, but then they have to like, they have no like air support. They've got no other like tanks or whatever. Yeah. Obi-Wan's been shot down elsewhere, so they have to like go send some people to go get them.
Yeah, so basically Obi-Wan has like a big Hussite style wagon fortress.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Jan Hus
approved.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's holding the line, and two other platoons, or whatever you'd call them, battalions, whatever, segments.
Anakin and Ahsoka of Torrent Company, they're supposed to like come from the south to link up with Obi-Wan, but they crash elsewhere, so they have to like go through like a wall base,
like a big fortress.
Yeah, to then go round the side. Ki-Adi-Mundi, I think he gets shot down as well.
I think so.
He gets shot down early, or has to land early, so then they have to go through like a cave system and all that to like link up with Cody and that.
And well, I wouldn't say shenanigans ensue. I would say more so
a lot of death,
harrowing events ensue.
It's pretty crazy.
Like, if you want to see war, you get war.
Yeah.
If you want to see clones, you get clones.
If you want to see Geonosians get killed, you got to see Geonosians get killed.
If you want to see horrific war crimes, potentially,
yeah,
there you go. And then they link up, and some of them are fine.
And then Anakin does the most tactically stupid thing ever and just charges headlong and towards like a shield generator to like destroy it. And that's the end of the episode, basically.
Mm-hmm. And
next
episode,
Weapons Factory. It's destroying the Weapons Factory.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Anakin and Ahsoka just can't get along.
Yeah.
But fortunately, they have more reinforcements in the form of everyone's favorite Mary Allen's Luminara Unduli and Barriss Offee, who is a pure sweetheart who's never done anything wrong and never will.
I hate Dave Filoni. Yeah, so...
Why?
I'll get to that. Yeah, so they are going to like try and destroy the weapons factory from the inside.
Yeah, the two Padawans, Barriss Offee and Ahsoka.
And Luminara, Unduli, and Anakin, they're going to like distract the droids, make them come out
They're going to do the most obvious decoy attack known to man.
Literally,
but
like-
it's fine. This is a show for children. It's
literally
okay.
crazy. It's crazy. How the fuck does that work? And then, what is it? Barra Sophie and Ahsoka, they like shenanigans ensue because Barra Sophie fucked up with like remembering the tunnels a little bit.
I don't think she did.
She went.
She
She
fucked
thought
up.
it was left, but it's actually up. But those like couple seconds meant that that sleepwalking Geonosian saw them, and then continued to stalk them.
Sure, fair enough.
And then he babbled and like told,
Bubbled Frick.
yeah, Babu Frick, he was there, and
Yeah, Poggle the Lesser walked a tank into a generator room
yep.
somehow.
yeah, and
As shenanigans ensued, and both of them almost suffocated in a big tank.
yeah,
after
they
blew
blow it up. They
Yeah.
blow up the whole ass
Katyusha Station into
juicer
smithereens.
station.
You know, Katyusha's like the Soviet. It's like a big truck with like 50 unguided missiles on its truck bed,
yeah.
and it like shoots all of them. It's called a Katyusha.
Oh, yeah. Well, they basically do that. They blow up the whole weapons factory using the super tanks, and then
There's
Luminara
no more
and
super
Dooley.
tanks ever again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they all blew up. That's why.
Yeah.
Luminara and Dooley and Anakin. They think that Ahsoka might be dead, and Barra Sophie might be dead or could die. Only Anakin really gives a shit for some reason.
Yeah, Luminara gives up immediately.
Yeah, and gives up immediately before even looking, by the way. They look for 1 second and then find them in a tank and let them out. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It was because Ahsoka did a signaling.
Yeah, it was like a trick that Anakin taught her. She puts a battery to one of the women's shavers that Qui-Gon speaks into in episode 1, so that somehow Anakin gets a ping and a direction from where she's signaling.
I feel as though there wasn't a direction.
But Anakin said, it's coming from over there. He literally said that.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what the visuals of the communicator look like. It's the same way
it's
how
fine.
the doctor would just look at the sonic screwdriver and after doing a reading and be able to read something. What's he reading? I always like that. That's one of my favorite bits.
Yeah, it's okay. Again, it's a Saturday morning cartoon.
It's Star
We don't have to
Wars.
think about it. And that's
literally the end.
the two-parter.
There's the implication that was their main objective of the invasion, that they've kind of won. But as we know, in the next two-parter,
It's not quite.
it's not quite done. So now we can get into the nitty-gritty. What were the big bugbears of this episode for you then? Because I feel like you can now elaborate on.
So, why exactly are Anakin and Ahsoka completely incompatible all of a
I
sudden?
know, yeah, it's almost as though they went back to Clone Wars movie stuff, isn't it?
It feels like they worked better together in the movie.
I think they were imitating the start of the Ryloth arc. You know, when they just didn't work in the space battle.
I suppose.
But still, it's a bit odd.
But, even in that arc, Ahsoka proved herself to be incredibly capable.
Yeah.
Not to mention the movie itself.
Inspiring Thrawn
Mm-hmm.
with a Mark Sable.
Yeah, with the freaking stratagem where she tilts the ship to whatever.
Yeah.
Strange
Somehow
that
that
no
works.
one's ever thought about that, but
Strange that it works because you the Venators have an underside hanger.
yeah.
It doesn't even make sense in Heir to the Empire. I'm sorry, why would that?
It was not in Heir to the Empire.
Yeah, that's where it's from.
Oh, okay, they retconned it that he took it from her.
Yeah.
Okay.
They retconned it in Rebels that he took it from Ahsoka.
Fair enough.
But
God damn it, Filoni.
yeah, I know. Because in Heir to the Empire, it works because Thrawn just profiles an entire species, the Elomin, and apparently they just don't understand or can't compute asymmetrical space warfare. Like they can't compute when like things aren't just like 2-dimensional in space. So like just tilting the Star Destroyer just like fucks with them, and so they don't understand like. But I'm just like, I don't even think that would work.
He does less of that in the canon Thrawn books than you'd think. I think he only does it like once.
Yeah, probably because it's more of a villainous thing to just generalize and profile entire species based on certain quirks.
You're not wrong on that.
And Zahn has a weird compulsion to not make Thrawn a villain, even though he literally is. In even the first canon book, where he's portrayed as more of an anti-hero, he's quote unquote portrayed as an anti-hero, but in the text he is acting as a villain. Like there's one point where like he doesn't have a second thought to like Wookiee slaves and stuff when he's like investigating the Doomium things. Do you remember that part?
Vaguely.
It was when he was on the Thunder Wasp.
Is Thrawn the one with Night Swan, or is that Tarkin?
Thrawn is the one with Night Swan.
Okay.
Tarkin is the one with like Al Signy or something. No, Al Signy is like Night Swan. I can't remember the name of the guy in Tarkin, but I remember I liked him just as much as Night Swan.
Fair enough. Good books. We can't keep talking about Thrawn every episode.
Yeah.
Character I don't
Blue
even
Man
like.
bad.
Blue Man bad. But yeah, Ahsoka should be better than this, and Anakin of all people should be better than this.
Yeah, well, Anakin is like an ass.
He is an asshole.
If anything, this is more in line with what his actual characterization should be, rather than like what the Clone Wars is retconning him to be.
You say that. I don't know. I don't think that the movies set out to make Anakin into a fuck boy.
I think he literally is, though. He's so whiny. Like even in episode 3, like his whole fall to the dark side is him just like whinging.
I suppose so, but like you can tell, at least at the beginning, that he had at least a stint as a heroic figure.
Yeah.
And the rest of Clone Wars is really good at portraying him that way. Of course, with flaws. He's always hot-headed. He's always a maverick, sometimes, often risking way too much and putting people in danger. He's not often, like, talking over people and interrupting everyone and underestimating people. The underestimating people, I feel, feels most out of character.
Again, I'm not sure. I feel like it's in line with like Attack of the Clones Anakin though. And when this was made, they were like the intended timeline position of this would have been closer to the Attack of the Clones, but then it was like retconned to be later.
Suppose. I guess that's why we're still on Geonosis.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just like...
I agree that like the dynamic is off within Clone Wars. It doesn't fit within Clone Wars. Because like, yeah, Anakin and Ahsoka's relationship is like improved beyond that. There's a few moments throughout the Clone Wars when their relationship just like regresses. And this is like one of the prime examples.
I guess they had to do like a bit of a reset because they weren't ready to like change the status quo until like season 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose that's the issue with. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot more to say on that later. But that is, I suppose, the issue with serialized storytelling. Sometimes we have to retool things for other things. That is the reason why we have a movie that isn't fantastic, or at least fantastically well received. It's because they wanted to have a season, but they were like, no, we want a movie. I guess that's why we have a movie now out of Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah. Which they've denied, but the actor for Janu Coin did say that, like, originally it was going to be season 4.
They deny so many things, and they changed. They also say that Marvels wasn't going to be a TV show, but you watch that movie and you were like, this is not a movie.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Armor Wars, if that ever comes out.
I think that's dead.
It's probably dead if that ever comes out. And I think Iron Heart was supposed to be a movie and they changed it into a show. I could be making that up.
Ironheart with Borat?
Ironheart with Borat, honestly the best thing in MCU in the last few years.
Jesus Christ.
I will stand by that.
Yeah.
The show itself, not just Borat.
Yeah, not just Borat. Isn't Alden Ehrenreich in that as well?
Yes.
Ehrenreich.
Yeah, Han Solo. Ehrenreich? It's not
Ehrenreich.
It's like Eilenreich.
It's starting to sound a bit... Yeah.
Alden Third Reich.
Oh my god.
Oof. Let's not.
Let's not do that.
It's a good character.
Better guy than that. He's a good character.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Iron Reichs, what did you think to like the actual... You seem to not like the military or war side that much.
I enjoyed it. It just felt to me like there's usually more to these episodes in Clone Wars. It was just like a pure... It was like a... It was like a better G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
It just didn't give me much to like sink my teeth into. It was just like pure action episode, which I guess there is nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I prefer.
Yeah.
Like,
no, fair.
I did enjoy the execution of it to an extent. Like, what about you? What did you...
Well, I
did
mean,
you feel?
I quite liked how visually, in terms of the camera work and stuff, that it is very unlike other action-heavy episodes of Clone Wars.
It's unlike really anything in some cases.
And I agree that it is like basically just like, oh, here's like the biggest hits of like certain ideas and like military stuff. And guess what? That's because that's literally what it is.
Really?
It literally is that. So
Tell me more.
originally, when George Lucas like conceived of this episode, he originally wanted it to be like a D-Day equivalent, but not in like a surface level way, but like in terms of chaotic, but with actual plans and actual targets that isn't just like blow up this one thing. And I think, well, whatever his ideas were, it was proving to be impossible for them to make it.
Really?
It was like actually impossible for them to make it.
I thought you were going to say that this is exactly what George Lucas wanted.
No, it's not what George Lucas wanted. So the way that Dave Filoni described it in like the Blu-ray extras, which is quite funny, he described it as like building the second Death Star, and he described like Gerard was his production guy on the episode. Dave Filoni was Darth Vader saying, "You've got to be on schedule," and then George Lucas was the Emperor. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So apparently,
this is the one time a celebrity compared themselves to Vader or the Emperor that I did not hate, because if anyone can do it, it's George Lucas, and he knows that.
Yeah,
they're not the good guys.
It's like, what the fuck? So apparently, like, creating this version of Landing at Point Rain that George Lucas wanted, it wasn't possible in their budget. It wasn't possible in their schedule. Like, there wasn't physically enough time, and there just weren't enough people working on the Clone Wars to actually make it. So, sort of like, not last minute, but not that far from last minute, George Lucas and probably someone else in the production basically cut together some of the footage that they had created from their like preliminary version of the episode. They cut it together with a load of just like shots and sequences from like World War II movies. And like they literally just cut it together. So like one shot would be like the, you know, 3D animated bits. Another shot will be from The Longest Day. Another shot will be from Battle of Britain. You know, things like that. Until it was like the whole episode.
You know, I'm actually impressed. That it turned out the way it did.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm like, it kind of like still is like a complete episode.
Yeah.
And I can see a complete vision, and it's wild that it's so like its origin was so like hodgepodged and literally like a collage of World War II movies. But that also meant that a lot of the more interesting shots are just lifted from like pre-existing movies. Like because they were just recreating that little montage that George Lucas made.
They're like quote unquote rotoscoped movies.
Basically, like the equivalent of rotoscoping for like 3D animation.
I guess motion capture without the actual motion capture.
Yeah.
Or I think this is how they made Cats 2019, actually.
Oh my god. Yeah. But it's just like... I find that kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like both good, in my opinion, but also like not good, because the failings of this episode, and I guess both episodes, is like the writing. But I find like I guess like you don't, but like when I watch it, like I get what they're trying to do. Like I like buy into it.
I did get the impression that they were going for like a war movie feel as opposed to the cartoon war that they've been
I'm not
doing.
saying like you have to like be an expert to understand it. I don't mean it like that. I just mean like I like buy into it. Like I'm like all for it. I can just like switch off and just watch it and pretend to be 8 again.
They were the bits that I liked a fair bit. You know, like if Anakin, basically just Anakin wasn't here.
Yeah.
I thought that this would have been peak.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, like the bits that were just LAATs getting shot down.
Pretty cool.
Obi-Wan trying to hold the line. At the end, like trying to greet everyone but just collapsing because he's so tired. That stuff, you know, grading on a curve a little bit, you know, but for a Saturday morning cartoon, this is like crazy that they're doing this. Because this is like pretty like not adult level storytelling, but it's punching way above its height.
For like the medium, I think, because I refuse to like say, oh, this makes it an adult show. Like it's still a kid show.
It's a kids show that tries really hard.
Yeah. And I think like this episode like depicted stuff that I don't mean it in the adult way, but it depicted things that even like the Star Wars movies don't attempt to do. Star Wars films don't attempt to show like a full ground invasion of this scale. You know, like when you watch it, like you get the impression that it's like such a huge scale event. I mean, like there's the implication, again, mainly visual storytelling rather than in script. There's the implication that this battle is like just one of many across the whole planet. Like you see that holo map of Geonosis, and like landing at Point Rain is just one red dot, and there's like 6 of them, or like maybe 9 or whatever, like dotted around the planet. So, and Admiral Yularen, he says like we can't commit air support because like there's a planetary invasion.
Yeah, sadly, like you only ever see like one Venator and those 3 things, but you know,
the
like,
acclimators.
Sorry.
Yeah, but there's like the implication that there's a lot more, and I think it's sort. I don't know. I sort of like can see that in my mind's eye. Like that's. I don't know. I feel like it succeeded in that for me.
It succeeded more than it failed, I would say. It's by no means like the dip in quality that Ambush felt like between, and I don't mean like quality. I just mean like when you look at the 2 Venators in Ambush, it looks like a much completely different and much worse show than the movie before and the episodes immediately after. It's just, I guess, like you said, the production was a complete shit show. So corners had to be cut, and I get it.
I think that's why like the texturing and stuff looks kind of ass.
Yeah, it looks worse than Battlefront.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You know, I'm watching it in quote unquote Blu-ray quality, which was never how it was intended to be watched.
Yeah. So
I can't be too upset that people's foreheads don't have brush marks on them.
Yeah.
The texture freak, not Alex Jones, what's his fucking name? Chris Angel texture freak that I may be.
Yeah.
What kind of a freak are you?
I like the greebles on all of the stuff and the little equipment. I loved seeing the
What the hell are
chronometers.
greebles? Is that a real thing?
Like the greebling.
What the fuck is that?
Like it's like the details on like spaceships and vehicles and stuff and like sci-fi stuff.
Why do you call it greebles?
That's just what it's just called greebling. It's
Isn't
like when
that what the general's name is in episode 3?
Whoa. I mean, like, you know, like when you look at the like the Millennium Falcon
Yeah,
and you see like all the little things on it,
it's like ribbed.
like the detailing.
It's not
Or when you
ribbed,
look
but
at like the side of the Executor Super Star Destroyer, you see all those little bumps and stuff. Like that's greebling. It's just like
I
to
see.
fill in the void, so it's not just like blank.
I see. So I'm a 2D texture freak. You're
Yeah.
a 3D
3D.
texture freak.
Yeah.
You're like after the like mouth feel of the ships if you were gonna like put a toy in your mouth.
Whoa, maybe. I used to not believe mouthfeel existed, but I don't know why I went through that.
What do you mean you didn't believe it existed?
I was like, the mouthfeel as a concept is like overrated.
Just like it's only taste and nothing else.
Well, I mean, it all becomes mush in your mouth anyway. When it goes down the pipe, it's all mush.
this is true, but like
So I'm just like, get over it.
I mean, I guess what you're saying, and you did also say that you used to think it,
Yeah,
so I'm
I
not going
don't-
to get into it,
I
but
don't
like,
really think that. Anyway.
no point in interrogating what children think.
Whoa.
Literal children.
Yeah, me when I was 24. No. Hang on.
Yeah.
22. But
Yeah.
genuinely though, I do like that kind of like 3D texturing. I do like the different like models that they did create for this episode, ranging from like the chronometers. Like they did actually put some work into that, and, like the concept art. I like the fact that this is like a lost featurette, a lost behind the scenes thing I can't find anymore. But I remember on StarWars.com there was another featurette for Landing at Point Rain where they talk about the communications backpacks that some of the clone troopers have, and they were going to make them into like a more prominent role, that they would have like a comm systems on the back, similar to how in World War II some soldiers had like radio kits on their back. I think that was maybe in like Saving Private Ryan or something.
That's like, that speaks to a level of attention to detail that
Yeah.
I also kind of felt was missing from these episodes. Well, no, I take that back immediately. That's the kind of level
Texture?
of detail, texture of detail, attention to texture, attention to detail. Some of that was fake. Most of it wasn't. That I did enjoy of this episode. Like, you get to see several different colors of clone trooper armor. Like, there's like a random red guy standing there who doesn't even appear again. Like,
Which red guy?
I don't even know, just at the beginning of Landing of Point Rain.
Oh.
There's like 3 different colored troopers' armors, and you like one of them, whatever.
You see
I think there's Rex Cody and another guy who looks unlike anyone else.
Yeah.
It's like much more vibrant and like reddish orangey brown.
You see the clone like hangar crew, which is quite cool. You get to see different color Y-wings, like
Yes.
the red Y-wings, not Gold Squadron, as seen in the Rising Malevolence.
I think you only see one of them, but still.
But I mean, the way that
Yeah,
it's shot, there's
like they
the
still had to
implication-
make that, yeah.
There's the implication that there's more. I think it was quite literally a rendering issue that meant that like they couldn't. Because I always used to think like, why is it that only certain numbers of clones can be shown at one time? Because Lucasfilm did have a limit to how many clones could be shown in any one episode, and this Landing at Point Rain exceeded that. Like the amount of models that appear, this episode exceeded that. Even though like there's only one Y-wing, there's only one Venator, and I do genuinely think it's because they had to redo this episode quite close to when like it was supposed to be finished. It just didn't have enough rendering time to like have that.
That's
And so
fair.
that's why like a lot of the shots are done in a more interesting way, where there's like the implication of more outside the shot compared to in the shot. And I don't know, I just like I think this I genuinely think this episode has some good like visual storytelling, but very weak script storytelling.
Absolutely. Like, you can tell that this is meant to be, like, if you were following a singular clone,
Yeah.
that this would be like freaking. This would be like a freaking Quiet on Western Front for them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and I think this really like shows George Lucas being a like World War II movie nerd as well, with all of these little things.
Just like war in general, like
Yeah.
throughout this, I was like, oh, this is so much like D-Day. Like this is giving Vietnam. This is, based on where they are, it's giving Afghanistan.
Yeah. Like the wall base thing, I think might be a Pont de Hoc reference.
You might need to explain that to
it's,
me.
Like on D-Day, like Pont de Hoc was where like the US Army Rangers landed, and it was basically just like a sheer cliff. Made famous by the Call of Duty level.
That doesn't really help me, but
whoever
whoever is listening, shout out in the comments if that helped you.
But they essentially had to like climb the wall, the cliff face. They trained for that in Cornwall, in Bude, which is where I like going on holiday, because there's a memorial by the sheer cliffs there that said that the US Army Rangers trained on those cliffs for the Pont de Hoc landing, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. It was also giving like one of the many gun emplacements that were around Normandy.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure that the US Army Rangers could negate their fall damage.
Yeah, with
the way that the Jedi did. I'm not sure that I liked that.
Again, I think it was like a consequence of they had the thing. They had made the wall for the previous version of the episode, and they just needed we've got 25 minutes. We've got to do the landing at Point Rain. We've got to do the wall. We've got to do the cave. We've also got to destroy the shield generator. And like that's why like the shield generator bit seems like an afterthought when it's like
super rushed.
Anakin is literally like, okay, let's just charge, and like they do, and you just see like all of his clones get picked off, like slow, like as they're running in like one continuous shot, which is actually pretty cool shot.
Pretty cool shot with kind of cool music. Just a shame you don't hear it.
yeah, and accompanied by the screams of clones as they get killed, which is classic Clone Wars.
Yeah. More to the point of classic Clone Wars. At the beginning, when they're flying down, they're getting shot at by the flak cannons, you see a clone being like, "Oh, good thing that their aim is so shit," and then they immediately explode and all die because funny.
Yeah, because funny. That's like what 8-year-olds like.
They like horrible deaths.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, they died. LOL.
Yeah. I kind of wish, like, this would never happen, by the way, but I kind of wish, I mean, maybe if they did like a version of this in a modern day Battlefront game, you got POV of a clone in this, maybe one in each of the battalions, so that you can see. It would be like a Spec Ops The Line, basically. You see everyone dying on your way there, then you're burning people alive, and then you get to charge to die again.
Yeah.
So that, it's
like the starter, have the level like the start of Battlefield 1. Remember that?
No. I've never played a Battlefield game.
Well, it's the World War One Battlefield game, and the prologue is
sorry, not the first Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield 1.
Battlefield
ONE.
I see.
So it's in the prologue of that game, it's just like, it is just like classic, just shooty, whatever. But what makes it more interesting as an idea is that every time like you die, instead of respawning and having to redo the mission or whatever, you then like get moved to a different soldier on the same battlefield, and it just continues. And it has like when you die, it says like Andrew Williams, 1898 to 1917 or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
It would be cool to have something like that, but with clones.
yeah, it would be
CT5554.
yeah, from 32 BBY to 22 BBY. Oh fuck.
It would be, yeah, like, maybe you don't want to remind people that the clones are 10 years old.
Yeah, there's a bit in the Clone Wars novelization by Karen Travis.
Quality writer.
Oof. Where
I know nothing about her.
yeah, well, she kind of like rage quit Star Wars because of Clone Wars, and that's probably a good thing because she was like a mega like
Is she the same person who wrote the
Republic Commando books?
Yeah, that are like full of bad stuff?
The thing is that I read the first Republic Commandos book, and I thought it was really good, and I thought it was really good how she like has a bunch of these really self-destructive and like hateful opinions that like within the military, and I thought it was really good that she's like deconstructing that by showing how stupid it is. But then like I found out that that's actually her opinion. And it wasn't like a commentary. That was like her saying like,
no, this is good.
This is good. Yeah,
it's good that every officer is extremely abusive, and there's like every milestone that you reach as a Navy SEAL, where you're like crawling through the mud and eating off people's ass.
Whoa! Sign me up.
Yeah, all of that is good actually because it makes you a better man.
Whoa. Well, yeah, she also is really anti-Jedi, but that's like beside the point.
Well, that might be correct.
But in the Clone Wars novelization, there's a bit where Rex and Ahsoka are talking with each other, and Rex just goes, Rex just goes, I'm 10 years old. You're older than me. So it's just like,
which makes it okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah.
There is probably Rex Ahsoka fan fiction out there, and whoever wrote that should be shot.
Yeah, should be. Where did we send people in jail in FBI Open Up? Were we sending them to the same place where Miggs Mayfeld was?
I don't remember the name of that place.
Me neither, but it seemed bad.
Antarian Chop Yards? Something Chop Yards?
Definitely Chop Yards, yeah.
Chop Yards.
Chop Yards. I'm gonna chop yards.
Yas.
Yas. Anyway, speaking of Yas.
What did you think to the fact that the Republic was invading Geonosis, in the sense, and killing its native inhabitants?
Yeah, it was messed up, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially since, like I said, they were burning them alive. And, like, this feels like why? Just because there's a factory there?
Yeah.
Like, I guess military target, but, like, what isn't a military target to you?
Well, I mean, next episode, like episode, not Weapons Factory, but the one after Weapons Factory.
Is it Legacy of Terror?
Yeah, that
is it
shows.
Actually?
I think so.
Brain bugs.
That shows.
Spoiler alert.
That their definition of military target is pretty broad.
Yeah. Which, this was an operation heavily overseen by Sheev, Palpatine.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wanted this to happen, but making things that will not be popular,
well, it was
and
like
blaming Jedi for them potentially could have been the entire point.
It's also a good thing in the Empire's point of view, or late Republic's point of view, for like aliens to be demonized.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what out of this wouldn't have been the intention during the making of this show, but now thanks to James Luceno and Star Wars Rebels, we know that Papa Palpatine and like his little cabinet and the early Empire, they want Geonosis bad because they're building the friggin' Death Star, and that's why it's the most important military target that doesn't have its own autonomy, because I feel like there isn't that much care over whether or not in Palpatine's plan, over whether or not like separatist planets are conquered or not conquered. As long as like the war continues and people die, and then there's resentment against the Jedi and against aliens, it doesn't really matter. But Geonosis is like a place that's actually like kind of important for the Empire.
And, it's very useful for them to have a slave race they can then genocide. So if it's someone that the entire galaxy hates, they're not gonna go looking for them, are they?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they don't start building the Death Star yet. They start building it after they reconquer Geonosis.
They do have plans, but,
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting, like in the first Boba Fett Scholastic book, they show, well, briefly it shows the Republic occupation of Geonosis after episode 2, which is kind of interesting because it confirms that
but before this,
it confirmed
it's not canon.
I mean, it shows like Boba Fett leaving the arena and then like finding Slave One, and then leaving.
Why is it called Slave One? What's the implication there?
Isn't it like he's felt like a slave and like he's no longer a slave? I don't know.
Is it like the slave was victorious, but whoever wrote it down didn't ask?
Maybe it's like I slave. Like I Claudius.
But it's like spelled with the word one, isn't it?
Whereas I.
Slave I. Okay.
Yeah. Slave I am.
It's like Prince Ali, glorious he, but instead it's Boba Fett, slave I.
Yeah.
Slave to the hunt?
Do you know about Slave 2?
No.
You need to Google Slave 2. So Slave 2...
Revenge.
I'm not joking. I'm actually telling you to Google on Google Images Star Wars Slave 2. So this was Boba Fett's second spaceship that he uses in Dark Empire. This was built...
This looks like garbage.
Sorry, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yes. What the
looks
hell?
Like garbage. It looks like the Sandcrawler with one wing.
Yeah, it's quite possibly the worst spaceship design in all of Star Wars.
Jesus Christ, okay. It's also kind of giving the Twilight.
Yeah, I think that's...
Do they use it ever again, by the way? Because it feels to me like in my recollection they were flying it all the time, but in reality they used it like twice.
They used it in Downfall of a Droid, didn't they?
Maybe.
I think that was the last time they used it. No, maybe they used it in the Blue Shadow Virus. Maybe that's why you hate that episode.
I don't hate Blue Shadow Virus. I hate Mr. with Thousand Moons.
Mystery of a Thousand Moons, because they would have
Get your story straight, Freddy.
Well, I mean, we covered it in the same
episode.
But
Blue Shadow Virus is goated.
Because of Nouveau Vindi?
Yes. And the singular ear that the Gungan lady has in the central of the island.
That's so fucked.
I'm sure that wasn't the implication, but it looks awful.
Yeah. No, it's like tied up, isn't it? Her two ears, like a plait.
Which is also a terrible thing to do to yourself.
Oh, my God. Yike. Speaking of terrible things, what did you think about pre-terrible things, Barra Sophie and Luminara Unduli?
I thought that I thought their inclusion was actually pretty cool. I didn't like the way Anakin and Ahsoka were bickering, but I feel like them bickering or having like a back and forth in theory is good. It's just their dynamic. It just wasn't well done.
Yeah.
Having someone like Luminara who's very like put together. I mean, she looks like a nun. Yeah, I don't think she does the pray hands, but she almost looks like she's wearing like a nun outfit and is very strict, proper. She said she had Barra Sophie learn the 200 junctions of the thing so that she knows how to get through the tunnels. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why she couldn't have like a little beepy thing or
I
something.
know. The implication is that she learned it from the plans that Padme stole from Rush Clovis previous episode.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Unclear on the timeline between those two
I think
days,
it's like
but
immediate.
potentially. Good on you, Barris. You get a big brain on you.
Yeah.
You're only going to keep making good decisions from now
Oh
on.
my god. I'm sorry. Dave Filoni actually like F off with like what he does to Barra Sophie later. Why do you make the only like hijab coded wearing Jedi like become a terrorist? Like that is so bad. And it is completely contradicts Barra Sophie's like characterization in the wider expanded universe at the time because like,
she's like a big healer hero,
yeah,
right?
and she's actually really great in
She in the Throne duology?
no, in Medstar duology. And I love those two books. 10 out of like literally 5-star books for me. I really
Cool.
It's basically just like MASH but Star Wars. They're novellas, they're less than 200 pages each, but they're just really great.
Maybe we should do them for the pod at some point.
Maybe there's
Maybe
like
once we get to the whatever downfall of the Jedi Lost, whatever.
Whoa.
We can do alternate universe of what should have been.
What should have been, yeah.
But-
I did like it. Those books. There's like a kung fu guy, and he's like, I'm better. He's literally a Terrace Cassie master.
Nice.
It's really cool, and he's like, I'm better than any Jedi, and I'll prove it if we'll Barra Sophie will have a 1-to-1 fight to the death, and then Barra Sophie is like, no, I won't kill you, and he's like, clearly my skills are superior to that of any Jedi because Barra Sophie is scared to fight me, and it's like, fuck off, this guy's the worst. But it's just so great.
I mean, clearly Terrace Cassie is incredibly powerful considering that Lady Kira can hold her own against Darth Vader.
Well, I mean, that bit is a bit weird.
For apparently several minutes, even though it's like 3 panels.
Yeah. All of the reviews I read of like Bounty Hunter Wars, War of the Bounty Hunters, sorry, is that like, wow, it does such a good job in making Kira seem competent, but also showing that she like still loses to Vader because Vader's like an unstoppable force. I'm like, yeah, but the fight lasted quite a while.
Yeah.
Right? But the Terrace Cassie Master does have a fight with Barra Sophie, but she like pulls back because if she uses, I think there's a bit like in there, in her internal monologue where she's like, if I like use the Force, I could like kill him like that, but I'm not going to do that. And then he's again is like, I am the greatest fighter there is, and he becomes like a celebrated like war hero because like he's just this random like taekwondo instructor basically. It's like, imagine like Chuck fucking Norris.
Oof.
You know, he like goes to Afghanistan, and then he's just like, I'm the best soldier there is, and then like Trump or whatever is like, this guy is like the epitome of what makes a great American, and like plasters him everywhere. And then Chuck Norris goes on a suicide mission to like their HQ, and then like kills a bunch of guys, but then like blows up. And then because he's literally just like fist fighting people with guns, and then at the end they go, this guy really sacrificed himself so like Americans can have their freedom.
Ugh.
And he's more celebrated in the HoloNet than Barra Sophie is, even though she's working her ass off healing people.
These motherfuckers.
Yeah. I don't know why I did the Chuck Norris thing, but he's dead.
He's dead.
And he was a racist, right? Or something. He wasn't a good guy.
He was a big Republican, yeah.
Yeah, not a good guy.
Yeah. Did you have much of a feeling about the super tanks themselves?
I find it very funny that they all just blow up.
Yeah, and they don't even like try to build them anywhere else.
I think maybe the implication is that the plans were there.
I guess.
But I mean, the whole like deal with the Separatists is that they're just always building like Bismarcks, you know, essentially. They're always just building like the next big thing. They're doing what the National
Germans
Geographic documentary watching perception of the Nazis is. You know, like building like mouse tank, or building
Goblin planes,
or building Die Glock.
What's that one?
like the bell that apparently like transmitigates reality. Is that a conspiracy? Oh, sorry. It's like
Okay.
a conspiracy thing.
Fair enough.
And like the flying saucers, people claim as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Nat Geo fell off, obviously.
Like when Nat Geo or History Channel or both?
Both.
Oof. That's a shame. I mean, Nat Geo is owned by Disney, isn't it?
Yeah. Whoa.
No surprise there.
But apparently they had 20 super tank units, and then the tactical droid says, and many more on the way.
Reference!
Oh my god, I know that thing!
Did you find it strange that at the start, Pogo the Lesser was like, let's use the super tank units. And
That's a good reference. Reference? That was a good impression.
Thank you. And Tactical Droid said, no, they're not ready. And not 10 minutes later, the droid was like, I'm begging you, use the super droids.
Yeah, I think that's because they fucked up on the script.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
I like the bit where, like, because the super tanks are ray shielded, like the tactical droid is like, ha ha ha, this bomb will not destroy the super tank because it's ray shielded, and then the bomb blows up and blows his head off because he stood right next to it. So that's pretty funny.
Have the tactical droids always been voiced by Tom Kane?
Maybe. I don't know.
It felt to me like a bunch of people's voices felt different in this episode. I might just be wrong because I haven't watched the show in a while. But yeah, I mean, genuinely, we only did freaking the previous episode recently, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have heard Ahsoka's voice in 5 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, okay.
What's happened?
The weight of time fell on me.
Oh, the weight of time.
I also realized that the Nerf gun that we have over there is the same colors as Ahsoka.
Whoa.
Not the right ratio, but the right L+.
Colorism.
Timely reference! Whoop whoop. Yeah, fair enough shields. Fair enough tanks.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I will say, the whole shields thing, it proves that whole thing about ray shields and defensive shields I was talking about in the Mandalorian and Grogu episode.
Yeah, that like ships and lasers can't get through, but people can.
Yeah, so this was obviously expounded upon by E.C. Henry. But yeah, it shows that walkers can go through, hence why in Landing at Point Rain there's those like cool like walker traps that Ki-Adi-Mundi is like cutting through.
Yeah, like in real life. They don't like refer to them, but you can tell what they are.
Yeah,
if
which
you're
is
not
pretty cool.
Stupid.
What, you didn't like?
No, I'm saying if you're not stupid, you understand it.
Yeah. Maybe some people are. Some people are dumb.
Maybe some people are children.
Yeah. Hence the show.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's why they had to land outside of the like droid factory, because they can't fly through the shields. So that's pretty cool that this whole like two-parter is essentially framed around like why you can't do certain things. But they kind of forgot that they took down the shields for weapons factory, because why didn't they just bomb the weapons factory?
Well,
yeah,
who knows?
Why didn't they just do that?
Republic, I guess, doesn't really love orbital strikes.
Well, they could have just used the Y-wings.
Maybe it's like too deep.
Or is this
too
like
deep?
It's too deep, the tunnels. Yeah, maybe they wanted to blow up all of the Geonosian sleeping chambers.
That's messed up.
Well, they did that. Barra Sophie, for some reason, was like, no, this way is the quickest way. It's like, this is clearly the most dangerous way. Just go the longer way.
Maybe the plans weren't that in depth.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like the Geonosians just like sleep wherever, so maybe it's not even a dedicated sleepery. Maybe it's just where they decided they would go.
Yeah, they'd roost. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they're bugs. Like, I don't know. Like, what do they do? What do they eat? How do they live?
Yeah.
We don't know anything really about the Geonosian society.
We know they have an archduke.
They have an archduke.
Maybe...
They have an arena, so they must like sports.
Are Geonosians like Austro-Hungarians?
In what way? Because they have an archduke.
They have an archduke.
I'm sure lots of
and
planets have an archduke.
they are tactically dumb.
Also, but like it's not like the Archduke Ferdinand was like the ruler.
Bugman, yeah.
He was like the crown prince.
What's another archduchy? Poland, Lithuania?
I I I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Was that an arch? I think it might have been.
Hmm.
Or was it? No, there was Commonwealth of Poland, Lithuania. Fuck, what am I thinking of? I can't remember. Whatever, but
Whatever. Yeah, like not even like. Are you aware of any books or anything that take place on Geonosis, but like not strictly wartime? Is
no,
Geonosis just like the war planet?
basically.
Is it literally just Afghanistan in space?
I mean, Geonosian arenas are referenced in the Old Republic MMO
Iraq.
lore shorts. Do you remember those? When they do like the lore or like the background lore of the Old Republic MMO? Like
Not really. Just like the opening cinematics.
yeah.
Classic.
Well, they do like they made these obviously years and years ago, but there's a bit when they talk about how the fake Mandalore was like a gladiator from the Geonosian fight pits, and he was then recruited by like the Empire to like be the Mandalore, even though he was like shit or whatever.
What, Canderous? Or a different
Post
fake Mandalore?
Canderous.
Oh, like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't really remember who was the Mandalore in the Old Republic.
It might have been like at the same time, maybe actually. All I know is that they kind of ignored KOTOR 2 anyway, Knights of the Old Republic 2. They didn't really like paying attention to that at all.
They referenced some things, but not many.
Well, they didn't.
Not the mass shadow generator.
It didn't reference the fact that there was a Jedi purge when almost every Jedi in the galaxy was killed.
Mm-hmm.
They just ignored that fact.
I'm not sure that they did. I think
it is a thing.
I think no, I mean the purge is a thing, I know, but I'm pretty sure that they referenced that it had to be rebuilt very quickly.
How can you rebuild everything that quickly though? That's kind of like crazy.
I mean that's why they're on Tython as opposed to Coruscant.
But they rebuild but they do rebuild it in time for Coruscant because of that whole like the sacking of Coruscant intro cutscene thing, you know? The trailer.
Yeah.
Because that happens in Deceived, that book, which takes place during the Sith War. Like by the time the Sith whatever that war's called, the Jedi had rebuilt fully and are on Coruscant.
Look, I'm not saying it works well.
Yeah.
Many things about the Old Republic don't.
And I think in the Revan book, the Jedi Order had already rebuilt, actually. And that takes place almost like only a couple years after KOTOR 2. Let alone like the 100 years between KOTOR and the Old Republic MMO.
Many things about the Old Republic don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, that is just how it is. I mean, wasn't it originally supposed to be a KOTOR 3 and they just were like, no, let's make it into a thing, and because we need to get a wider audience, let's change the design of everything so that it looks like a worse version of the movies, etc., etc.
For the MMO?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that, then it's literally, we got TIE fighters, we got X-Wings, but they look a little different. Yeah. Whereas you don't really have much of that in actual KOTOR.
Still think actual KOTOR is a bit... I'm not that keen on the design language in that.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Like... I'm more of I like the Tales of the Jedi thing when like Coruscant is filled with like pyramids and like giant obelisks and stuff.
It just doesn't really make sense that the technology has been about the same for millennia.
Yeah.
Then again, it's Star Wars. It's a space opera. Who cares?
Yeah.
They peaked, and I guess they peaked a long time ago.
Yeah. They're like
and the some guy people still live in caves.
They're like the guy in The End of the World. What's it called? The World's End. Simon Pegg's character.
Oh, how he peaked when he was like 17.
Yeah, and just kept riding that high.
Don't love that movie. It makes me sad.
I do like it. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It just makes me bummed out.
I don't like thinking about the fact that a lot of like my core memories are from when I was in like sixth form and high school like equivalent.
That's like normal though.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not. Let's not get into that too deep on pod, but it's not like you live an empty life. You're not
No.
a Simon Pegg in World's End.
I think there's not
You're
that
not
many
even
people
a
that
Simon Pegg in Shaun of the Dead. You're much closer to Simon Pegg in Hot Fuzz.
Oh my god, I don't want to be a cop.
Not necessarily a cop, but
Oh
you're
my
like the
God.
university employee version of a cop.
Shit.
Not a cop, but you're to your job position what Sergeant Angel is to being a sergeant.
Hence why I might be moved.
Exactly, because you're too good.
Shit.
You're making them all look bad.
I love that movie.
It's honestly one of the best movies.
Yeah, pretty good.
What would you say to what's his face doing a Star Wars movie?
I had. What's his latest movie?
Running Man.
I've not seen that, but
Stephen King's Running Man.
yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the Soho thing.
One Night in Soho, I liked a lot, but isn't too well liked. Before then, he did The Baby Driver,
Which I did like, and then turns out that both like a lot of people in that film are not good people.
Regardless,
it's a good film, though.
Good film, decent performance, but I wish it was done by someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would very much not say no to like a bounty hunter movie by Mr. What's his face, Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright, yeah. Would it need to not be scripted by him? Was that the issue that people found with Running Man?
I'm unsure. I don't really know what people thought of the Running Man.
I've not like seen it, and I want to see it, so I haven't looked at in-depth reviews.
It's on Netflix, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
But
or
yeah,
maybe not anymore.
I think some people like I had accidentally seen people critique it on like a script basis. I don't know.
I mean, it's based on a Stephen King book, or technically a Richard Bachman book, but like that is Stephen King. But who knows? Maybe that's really where the issue came from.
Yeah.
Or like a Lando.
Whoa, that could be cool.
Yeah, I don't think they would make like a white man direct a Lando movie. But
yeah, probably not.
Honestly, seeing where we're going,
White Lando.
I would almost be more surprised if they have a black man direct a Star Wars movie. So,
What would Ryan Coogler's Star Wars movie look like? Would that be
really
good?
cool. I think so. Like if it's anything like Sinners. Like, do you mean look like as in be like, or look like in the sense of Black Panther had dodgy CGI?
Thing is, I don't know what it would. I don't know how he. Oh my god, how do I rephrase this? And I don't mean I need to rephrase it because it's going to turn out racist. That's not what I mean.
I definitely didn't say anything dodgy either.
What I mean is that, like, when he does franchise things, like Black Panther, I liked less than Sinners. I thought Sinners was a way better film than both Black Panthers.
Oh yeah, by every metric.
When I watched Black Panther for the first time, I was already a huge Black Panther fan. By that point, I had like read a bunch of the comics. I loved Who is the Black Panther?
By Christopher Priest.
And the Marvel Knights animated miniseries as well with Black Panther. I loved that. So I was a bit disappointed when the Black Panther movie came out, but I didn't say for 5 years because like I didn't want to be like one of those people that critiques Black Panther because it was not bad for those reasons. Obviously,
it was an alright movie that was like more like culturally significant than good.
Yeah, I think it's
it's
fine. There's way worse Marvel movies.
There were probably way worse Marvel movies that year.
Yeah. When that year was
Like 2018, 19?
yeah, 2016
2016 was Civil War.
came out the year after, so 2017 then.
Fair enough.
I
I
guess.
don't remember what else came out that year.
Last Jedi.
Not a Marvel movie.
Not a Marvel movie.
Not marvelous either.
Despite the dialogue at the start, maybe.
God, okay, so what did come out? It wasn't Infinity War, because that was 2018.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel was after that. Ugh. Is this worth thinking about? Ant-Man?
Was it Ant-Man and the No, wasn't Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I think that was later.
That was maybe 19 again.
I think Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, I think, was the last movie of Phase 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what kicked off Phase 3. Spider-Man?
I think Black Panther was the first Marvel movie I watched in cinema.
Really?
Yeah.
You held up for a long time.
I think I only watched any of them apart from Iron Man that year. I think I watched all of them I did watch all of them in like one big marathon with my friends before Civil War.
I find that almost kind of hard to believe.
Why?
I don't really know why.
I legitimately had not seen like anything other than Iron Man until I was like 15. Like legitimately.
I mean, it just felt like so many people have at least seen a Marvel movie by then.
I've not even seen the Avengers. I've not seen.
Have you seen the Avengers with the other one?
No, I've not seen that. No, I've not seen any of
with
that.
freaking.
Well, it's like how I'd not
Show.
seen any Mission Impossible movie until like 2024.
I still haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen any Fast and Furious.
I've not seen any Fast and Furious.
I haven't seen any Star Wars movie.
No, neither. Who would have watched that dog shit?
Yeah, I'm much more into Star Trek. I mean, that is the one for the real thinking people.
Yeah, it's got the man, and then he talks to a man, and maybe a woman. And then there's also
there's a robot, maybe.
Robot. Is he a baby? He has a baby though, and he says,
"Mama."
The baby he says the baby can determine its gender. That's real.
I believe that.
Data does do that, I think. That's like one of the only things I definitively know.
I don't know about the baby, but I do know of Data.
Data exists.
Mm-hmm.
The Borg exists. Rip off of Star Wars. No elaboration. Yeah, I don't really know much about Star Trek at all.
Where are we going with this? Yeah, you've never watched Marvel until you were 15. It's crazy. The first one I saw was Thor.
Really?
Thor 1.
Thor 1.
I didn't love it.
What about Thor the Dark World? Thor the Dark Thor.
Thor the Dark Thor. The freaking one with Chrissy X.
Yeah?
Christopher Eccleston CX.
Yeah.
Chrissy XCX.
Whoa!
Yeah, not very good.
No. Well, I think for Thor the Dark Thor was... I can't believe he's literally just stealing that bet from them.
What haven't we stolen?
True. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
And...
It's not very good, but it's also not the dog shit.
I don't think it's bad, personally.
Like, I don't know that Marvel had any dog shit movie. Case can be made for some of them, but like there wasn't anything that I had to stop watching.
No.
Like Marvel's is a mess, but it's like a beautiful mess.
Yeah, I don't think Marvel's is even bad, but it's not like great. But with Thor the Dark Thor, like the way that was, and in the sense that it was just like fine, that's kind of my takeaway from Supergirl as well. Don't tell anyone.
I mean, looking at the trailer, it made me think that it looks like it made me think of Thor: Love and Thunder, but that's mostly because I didn't like it. But like, just the roving bands of space bandits, and it's like trying to be maybe quirky, but it doesn't look like it's gonna land.
Yeah, no, Supergirl was fine. I didn't think it was as bad, anywhere near as bad as people said, but it's also not like amazing. It's just fine.
I'm gonna go on being very happy not having seen it. And, I didn't really love Superman either.
That shocked me. I really liked that movie.
There were bits of it that I liked, but it felt like it insisted on itself.
Oh my god, stop! Stop with the Family Guy.
This is literally the only reference to them I ever make, I think.
What about the
That Business on Blue Harvest doesn't count.
Is that a thing?
Their
movie
Star Wars
thing.
special.
Is it a movie or is it special?
It's 3 specials. I don't think they've done a movie.
I was banned from watching Family Guy.
As you should be.
Thank God.
Not even because it's too adult, it's because it's too bad.
Yeah, I was told by my parents I'm not allowed to watch Family Guy. For some reason, they said I was allowed to watch South Park.
You were.
They specifically said I was allowed to watch South Park.
That's so ass backwards.
Well, to be fair, at the time I was like, that's wrong.
It does lend credence to my assertion that it wasn't an adult theme thing, that it was a quality thing.
Maybe. But I mean, I didn't watch South Park at home. I only watched it around my friend's house. And because that always made it seem like, well, it felt a bit like I shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah.
Partly because maybe I shouldn't have been.
You almost certainly should.
I was 8 years old. Should I really have been watching?
Jesus Christ!
Should I really have been watching the South Park movie?
It's a lot younger than I expected.
Wait, how old?
It was like before Clone Wars came out.
Yeah. Literally, we would maybe watch Brain Invaders, and then we'd watch the South Park movie.
Jesus fuck.
Maybe on a school night.
I mean, maybe it's because it's like so cartoony that they maybe thought that there's no way you would take it seriously.
Maybe, but the South Park movie did have like a song about sucking balls.
Yeah.
And Saddam Hussein fucking the devil.
Uh-huh. Well, not really fucking, it was a fake penis.
Yeah, yeah. What the fuck?
Did you hear about like the last season of South Park where like every episode was about J.D. Vance fucking the devil?
What?
Yeah. It was like whoever was in the news that week was cheating on the previous guy with the devil. Or like the devil was cheating on the previous guy with the new one.
I know that the one thing that I respect about Trey Park and the other guy, is it Matt Stone?
Yeah.
Is the fact that they get the network to pay them an obscene amount of money for South Park for a release schedule, and they literally just make it the week before for every episode of the season.
And they put a naked Donald Trump in there with a talking penis.
I did see that there. I was like, what the fuck? What even? Yeah. I'm not really a South Park watcher, even though I was allowed to be.
You preferred Clone Wars, didn't you?
Yeah, clearly.
You know what? Tell me one thing, Freddy. What was the thing you preferred the most about this set of episodes? What was your light side?
Whoa, my light side? Well, originally...
You know what's fucked up?
What?
We forgot about notoriously.
Fuck, let's go. Rewind time!
Whoop, 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 whoop.
So, Landing at Point Rain's motto was, believe in yourself or no one else will.
That feels like it could have been a cool motto for the episode this wasn't.
Yeah?
Like, no one really believed in anyone?
No.
No one believed in themselves?
Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't believe in luck.
Didn't believe in luck. Didn't really believe in Anakin's undying respect.
Or the Geneva Convention.
Whoa.
I did find it quite funny, actually. The bait and switch that Ki-Adi-Mundi
killed the most
killed
droids.
The most people. Well, he didn't kill any droids.
Oh, he killed the most Geonosians.
He killed the most Geonosians. He got 65 kills. Anakin got 55 and Ahsoka got 60.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when Ki-Adi-Mundi was like, what do I win? Everyone was like, bruh. Like, are you for real?
I did find it kind of interesting how gleeful Anselm, if you will, Ahsoka is about killing people.
Ahsoka didn't kill any people.
We don't know that. They said they were fighting seppies, separatists, and that usually means droids, but not necessarily.
Yeah.
And they did use the word kill.
They say kill droids all the time.
Yeah, I mean, later they said dismantled or deactivated.
Yeah.
This time they did say kill.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe it was Trandoshan's. She did drop another slur.
She did. She called Geonosians, and I quote,
like a big green bugger.
Stupid green bugger.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't say that in the UK.
Hitting the hard R and everything.
Yeah, you can't say bugger in a kids show in the
Oh
UK.
yeah, I didn't even think of that. Like,
yeah, it means fuck here.
Yeah. You stupid green fuck.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's like how Snoke is like, I love your spunk. It's like, bruh.
And everyone in the room was English as well.
Yeah, it's like, why did no one tell Ryan Johnson? It's like,
isn't he British too?
No, he's American.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
Very American.
But did he write the script though?
Yes.
Fine then.
Yeah, he was like, we've got to include spunk.
He knew.
Yeah.
He knew that the spunk stone is the key to all this.
Whoa. How much spunk was in this episode? That's for certain. One thing I did want to mention.
I mean, pretty much everyone. I mean, Ki-Adi-Mundi was there, so a lot.
A lot.
But other than the Jedi, everyone basically reproduces asexually.
Yeah,
I
apart
think.
from Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yeah.
He is stored in balls, but sperm is stored in extra Ki-Adi-Mundi head.
Yeah. Can't believe how much ahead he got.
Jesus Christ.
Did you know that Ki-Adi-Mundi's movie actor is the same guy who plays Mr. Neimoidian Man?
That's pretty
Newt
cool.
Gunray.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. It's really big.
What about the droids attack on the Wookiees? What? That was an insane noise.
I've been having an insane day, okay?
That was crazy.
You can't believe how much bottle green
Oh
I've
my god,
swapped.
he's most of that green.
This is my second bottle.
Jesus Christ. What did you think this is before we get to the Emmy Award-winning segment. What did you think...
Are you actually... Oh, the other award-winning segment, yes.
What did you think or did you think that... Did you think that Anakin killed a surrendering Geonosian at the end of landing at Point Rain when they do that charge on the shield generator? Did you notice that bit? Just before the Geonosians all put their hands up and surrender, there's a moment when they're all just stood still, they're not fighting, and Anakin's still cutting one down. And bruh, they're not fighting you. That's kind of crazy.
I wouldn't be too surprised if he did kill them surrendering, because this is a non-canon Anakin to me.
Yeah.
This is just...
No, Anakin committed genocide.
I know, but
before this!
I know, but that
and after!
That was... Well, genocide. There was one tribe.
Right, he killed them all.
He didn't kill every Tusken.
He killed every
always.
member of that culture.
We don't know that.
He said every man, woman, and child.
Well, we don't know that was the entire culture.
We do from expanded material.
Well, I rest my case.
Well, at least the entire tribe, but I guess a tribe can be considered its own culture, right?
Well, in real life, yes. I don't know if in the Sand People terms it would be if you killed well, not even everyone in Swindon, just a small village.
I think they are distinct, their own clans and stuff. At least in the Kenobi book, it seemed to imply that it was a big deal when one clan just disappeared.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, but pretty crazy. And it's in keeping with Filoni, because there is that moment where what was it? Hera shoots an unarmed Imperial, or disarmed Imperial, in the Ahsoka show. Do you remember that bit?
No.
So it's on Corellia, like when they're investigating the shipbreaking yards, and then it turns out that they're all Imperials. And then there's like a mini gunfight in the control
They have a
room.
minigun minute.
Whoa!
Talk about stealing.
In the control room, and then one of them.
There was a minigun minute in this episode.
Oh yeah, there were a couple. It's pretty cool. Then one person all of them die basically, and then one woman brings out her blaster. Then Ahsoka force pulls the blaster out of her hand, and then Hera shoots her.
They didn't put that in the adaptation comic.
That's kind of fucked.
A little bit. Hera is a hardened general. She was there for Battle of Jakku, I think.
I think so, yeah.
She was there for other things.
Yeah.
She was not there for Space 9/11 on Nalhata.
Unfortunately.
That we know about.
Right. Oh, and her flagship, actually, in the Jakku era, post Return of the Jedi, in between the battle to the Battle of Jakku, her flagship was actually an acclamator.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
The other ship in these episodes. Not the Venator.
They're like frigates.
The ones that you see in Attack of the Clones.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like frigates because they're like transports.
Yes, the ones that open up their entire freaking face. Or is that a Venator?
That's a Venator does that, yeah.
Well, never mind.
The acclamator's open from the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think a blank face.
It's always I know that you're the real hardware nerd.
What can I say?
I guess I'm the context nerd. I'm the people nerd.
Whoa. You watch No, I'm not gonna say that. Where am I?
What?
I was gonna say you watch porn for the story.
I watch porn for the texture on their foreheads.
Oh my god, they really got the lighting right in this.
I mean, the thread count in that freaking towel that he put under her. No, let's move on. Let's move on from Ki-Adi-Mundi's head.
Yeah, that was a weird episode of Clone Wars that we had to skip. Ki-Adi-Mundi just dicking down the whole
everyone's
Syrian
feet being
population.
out. Did you say Syrian population?
That's what they're called. Syrians.
Bad name. Weird name.
Like Syrian, but spelt like cerebral cortex.
Not like Syria, the real world country.
Not like the real world country. I'm pretty... yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But Syrian, cerebral.
This is really taking me back to a very random mini-series that the Super Beard Bros did. The Completionist wasn't there.
Yeah.
Where they were playing a random Jurassic Park game, and they were killing pachycephalosauruses. But they were shortening that word.
No!
It took them several episodes to be wait, why are people saying we shouldn't be saying this?
How did it take them several episodes?
I don't think that it's I don't think that's a slur that Americans use. To the amount that people do in Britain, because it wasn't America that colonized that region. It was Britain, so there are probably a higher percentage of Pakistanis here than in America.
Yeah.
And most Americans probably don't know what Pakistan is.
Well, I thought since the war in Afghanistan, and then the whole allying with Pakistan, and then the whole Osama bin Laden is in Pakistan the whole time. I thought they might be more aware of its existence.
They just say Middle East.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't even know if Pakistan counts as Middle East.
Yeah, it's like South Asia, really.
Yeah.
Or Afghanistan is Central Asia, really. It's not really Middle East.
And then what is Near East if that's the middle? It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
In Czech, Middle East is the Near East.
Yeah.
Just call it something else.
And
I think they
Central Europe.
according to us, yes.
Yeah, for some reason, everywhere else it's eastern. Even though there's a lot of parts of the Czech Republic that are west of like parts of Germany. And also
Yeah.
Austria is mainly east of the Czech Republic because it like borders like
south and east.
Well, there's like literally a big border with like Slovakia.
This is true. I mean, Vienna is really close to Bratislava.
Yep, same river.
Yeah. Danube.
Yeah. Danube. Danubians. Nubia.
Whoa.
Nabu.
Newt. Is Naboo Vienna?
Yeah.
/ Bratislava, except it's Spain.
Nubians are Slovakians? Pardon me, Slovak?
Ooh, Gungans, Czechoslovakia.
No. Okay, then who's Hydric? Oh,
Lot Dodd, yeah.
No, like Nouveau Vindi?
Or whoever massacred those Gungan moons in that comic.
Dirge.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that
Dirge
was.
and Ventress, maybe
Dirge,
together?
it might have been Dirge and Ventress. Definitely Ventress.
Does Dirge die in Legends?
No, he's eternal. He's a Gendai.
Gendai, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, unlike Hydric, who died horribly.
Yeah.
He was like shot. The bullet went through like his seat, so it wasn't really the bullet that killed him, but he got really, really bad blood poisoning from it or something.
Lol. We love the fact that Hydric died.
We don't love the response that Nazi Germany had to it.
That was pretty bad.
The Hydriciada. Yeah, not cool. We don't love that they leveled and killed the inhabitants of minimum 2 or 3 villages, on top of all the other murders and genocide that they had already done. You know what? Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I'm going to say it. Nazis are bad.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Why
guys.
would you say something so controversially? It's so true.
So political.
It's fucked up that that's a weird thing to say these days. Not weird, like controversial things.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I was being so weird. Like, sorry.
When I said that Nazis were bad, I was like being a little ironic.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Let's move on. Do we want to do the other motto, Ranceses?
Oh, the other one was like double shit, wasn't it?
The other one is no gift is more precious than trust.
Because Anakin didn't trust Ahsoka for plot reasons.
Yeah,
But then he trusted that she was alive, unlike Luminara and Dooley didn't. And the only reason she didn't believe that they were alive was for plot reasons.
Yeah,
So,
she felt them drifting away in the Force, whatever that means. Yeah, it's just Jedi being full of shit.
Yeah. I did like the whole bit with like Ahsoka and Barriss, like when they were trapped in their little bickering.
Like bickering, but they were then holding hands when they were drifting off.
Yeah, apparently.
They left because they were running out of oxygen or something.
Barriss like trusted in Ahsoka because like after a little while, like Barriss said, "We're gonna starve. We've got no food," and then Ahsoka's like, "Don't worry, we'll run out of air long before we'll starve."
That was fun.
That's pretty funny.
It's dreary but fun. I did enjoy how they developed, how they bonded pretty quickly.
Yeah, Barriss Sophie in this episode more like her Legends counterpart, but they did age her down, to be like similar age to Ahsoka. Like she is supposed to be a lot older.
And she is also looking like they gave her space anorexia, like Padme has.
What is up with the early seasons and space anorexia?
Just art styles and 2000s being a bad time for women's representation and body image. Yep, that was just how everyone and everything looked back then. Just little twiggy arms.
Bruh.
Don't love it.
Don't love it. But speaking of love,
yes,
Trek, and what did you love in these episodes?
So what is my light side?
What is your light side?
My Do we have any awards as a building? No. Uh, my light side of this duology, if
What?
you will, is I touched on this previously. It's textures.
Oh.
I love how personalized the LAATs were.
Nice.
I loved Waxer and or Boyle having the little drawing of the Twi'lek girl that they saved.
Yeah. Numa?
Numa Vindi, yes. Numa, yay.
Yeah, such a great song.
Uh-huh.
That goes in the Caramel Dancing book of memorable songs.
We can't... Oh, alongside with the Caramel Dance and Rum Slag remix. Yes! We got it in! We said this like 5 times before we started rolling, and I really wanted it to be in. Finally in. I might even delete this context.
Ah!
I will delete your context.
Bruh.
Yeah, I just really liked how, it's like a good confluence between me being a texture freak, me being a context freak.
Yep.
Waxer and Boyle coming back from their adventures in being racist on...
Love it.
Not Tython, what's it called?
Ryloth.
Their freaking, their new adventures on being racist on Geonosis, probably.
Woo! They weren't that racist. They saved Obi-Wan.
Yeah, they probably learned from... Is Obi-Wan a different race from them?
He's Stu Johnny.
He's Stu Johnny, yes, I guess.
And
they're sort of Maori.
I guess. Well, you say that, but guess what?
Maori.
Yeah.
They're mayors.
You say that, but you know when Waxer and Boyle pulled out... By the way, Waxer and Boyle are wearing...
They pulled out?
They pulled out, guys.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Waxer and Boyle, as an aside, are wearing pretty sick... And all the 212th are wearing pretty sick ARF Trooper gear, which is really cool.
They're like orange-brown guys.
Yeah. But when Waxer and Boyle pull out Obi-Wan Kenobi from the LAAT...
Clone enlargement program.
Yeah, clone enlargement program.
Ramslex Shranga.
I gotta have to say, when they pull out Obi-Wan and the other clone trooper from the downed LAAT, Obi-Wan says, only one survivor. The other clone, his name... Trapper.
No.
Yeah. So does this confirm that is Trapper Wolf?
Trapper Wolf clone?
Trapper Wolf is a clone.
Doesn't look old enough, but could be Trapper's son?
Maybe. But what I mean is that
Trapper could be his non-biological father.
Whoa! Or usually when people have children, they give the surname rather than their forename.
Unless he was Hungarian or Japanese.
True. But...
Or Finnish, maybe?
Maybe. Any Finns? Let us know.
Yeah, all our fish people listeners.
Yeah. Any Mon Calamari? Let us know.
Isn't it interesting that you can't spell Finnish without fish?
That's pretty funny. That's
Funnish.
pretty funny. That's pretty fish.
It's official.
It's a fish. It's official that Dave Filoni is the live-action version of Clone Troopers.
Is this an addition to our 12 years a slave?
Yeah.
Sorry, less than 12 parsecs a slave.
Yeah, so Stanley Tucci, Lenny Henry is...
Specifically only Wrecker, but only because he's special.
Yeah. Meanwhile... all the other clones, canonically, Dave Filoni.
Except Boba Fett.
Except Boba Fett, yeah.
And what about Omega?
Omega's just a white girl.
Omega is, what's his face? Real Boba Fett.
Real Boba Fett?
What's his name?
No, because Omega is white in
Well,
Bad
she's
Batch.
supposed to look like, what's his face?
Daniel Logan.
No, old man Boba.
Tamara Morrison.
Yeah, she's supposed to look like his mum, who did have blonde hair.
Oh, Tamara Morrison's real mum.
Yes.
Yeah, she had blonde hair, but she was also not white.
There's that.
Omega is white.
We've had so many discussions about how white Omega is.
How white the whole Bad Batch are.
This
It's
is
fucking
true.
Crazy.
To be fair, they are defective.
That makes it worse.
Does it?
Why do it? It means that
don't
there's
know.
a plot reason for them to be white. Why do that?
White do that.
White do that, bruv.
White do that.
White do.
White.
I was looking at our thumbnails
Mm-hmm.
recently, and I noticed that in our Bad Batch predictions, we had Bruce Willis in the cast of the Bad Batch, and I can't remember why he was there.
I would love to tell you.
I cannot remember.
There's only one way to find out.
Whoa, we did also have like baby Cassian as well.
Yeah, we were expecting many more people
Well,
from the movies,
as a joke.
I guess. Wasn't even like a boss baby Cassian.
It was like a child wearing Cassian Andor's like clothes.
Did we have? Oh yeah, because he was born during the Clone Wars. Or was a
Yeah.
child? Or am I thinking of Din Djarin?
Din Djarin was a child during the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, because that's why he was afraid of droids.
Well, until they forgot about that in later on.
Well, didn't he like forgive them because of IG-11?
Yeah, but then he also became prejudiced again in the Lizzo episode.
Ugh. Bad show.
Bad Joe.
What are we talking about?
Good things.
We did
like
have
the
boss.
texturing.
We had boss baby Bosk.
That was it. Bosk, baby.
Bosk baby. Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god. Jesus.
Jesus. Sorry, what are you talking about?
I was going to say back to the good thing,
Back
like
to
the
reality.
texturing.
Yes.
Yeah, like, the LEAT gunships are cool.
Each of them had its own like what are they called?
Nose art.
Well, like door art,
Pin up.
decals.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the way that like bombers would have sexy ladies with bombs. They
Can't
had
bel-
like a clone's foot kicking, I guess, a headless Count Dooku.
He did have a head, if you look at the concept art.
I couldn't find it when I zoomed in.
No, so it's not visible in the show, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it is there.
Yeah, fair enough. There was like a big cat.
Nexu, and it says
Nexu,
Bad Kitty.
nice. Yeah, there was like a clone riding a big bomb, like it's Everyone Loves the Big Bomb or whatever it's called.
Doctor
Love Strange.
Whoa.
Dr. Strangelove, as referenced in Metal Gear Solid, where they have a different Dr. Strangelove.
Whoa.
She is a lesbian, but she's unfortunately the mum of Otacon, because there is a very pathetic man who cried until she pity fucked him, and then he killed her.
And then
he
she gave
tried
birth to Otacon.
Well, she gave birth to Otacon before then.
Okay.
And then his dad tried to drown himself and both of his kids.
I didn't know Otacon had a backstory. I thought he was just there.
No, I mean, you mostly get into his dad's backstory because he's in 2 other games. But
Yeah.
Otacon comes
When does
back.
this happen? When does this happen?
Otacon is in 1 most prominently
Yeah.
because that's Metal Gear Solid 1 rather, because that's where he's from.
Yeah, not to be confused with Metal Gear when he's like doing
It's different people.
well, still
It's the same story, but it's
Wait, he's
different
doing like
people.
regime change in like Zanzibar because like Big Boss like did a coup there.
it's Zanzibar land, which is different.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. And then it's the whole thing.
I mean, kind of how isn't Somalia and Somaliland 2 different countries?
Yeah,
Or am I thinking of something else?
yeah, they are kind of. Somaliland is like a breakaway state
Yeah.
that recently Israel recognized and tried
Mm-hmm.
to send money and weapons to, so they could then use it to launch missiles against like over the Gulf of Aden in Yemen, and then it just sort of like fizzled out into nothing when people were like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Doesn't that say a lot about
Yep.
some things?
Yep.
Yeah, so Otacon in Metal Gear. Do you actually care?
I'm just
can't-
like interested because like my perception of like how Metal Gear works is that it's mainly just like sneaking around, and then there's the cutscenes where people like talk, but I just don't understand how there is that much information within those cutscenes and within those little like cool bits.
There's normal cutscenes as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the story does get conveyed through the actual action. Like, you're fighting the cyborg ninja and he keeps saying weird things, but you do learn a fair bit through that punch fight.
Yeah.
Which is a reference to Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, where you have a fist fight with the same person before he's a cyborg ninja.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, no, there's like a heck ton of story. Metal Gear Solid 4 infamously has a full hour of uninterrupted cutscene.
That's the one in Iraq?
Yes.
Yeah.
Partially.
It's a prequel.
No. It's the last in the timeline.
Okay, I'm getting mixed. Yeah.
Not counting Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
That sounds like one of our episode titles.
It does. It's like dubiously canon because it's not made by Kojima. But like
That's the sword one though.
It's the sword one that like where you fight a US senator and someone says memes, the DNA of the soul.
So good.
In like 2013, where memes in the modern sense already exist, as opposed to when they talk about memes being the most important thing in Metal Gear Solid 2 in 2001.
Yeah.
Where they only exist in the Richard Dawkins sense of the word.
Yeah. Still pretty crazy.
Let's not talk about Richard Dawkins at all.
No.
Bin.
Abort.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
You meet Otacon. You learn that he was like the one building the walking machines, who are portable nuke platforms, basically.
Yeah.
He pees himself. He has a crush on this Russian sniper lady, Sniper Wolf. I don't know if she's actually Russian. Probably not. He asks Solid Snake, "Do you think love can bloom on the battlefield?" He cries when she dies. Whatever. Metal Gear Solid 2 takes place a couple of years later. Snake and Otacon and a couple of the supporting cast made this thing called the Philanthropy. They trot the globe and they destroy Metal Gears, basically.
Yeah.
Then he disappears from the story for a bit, much like Snake, and then they come back to do some other shit. Destroy Metal Gears, mostly.
Yeah.
They're not in Metal Gear Solid 3 because that's the prequel.
That's the prequel. That's the one in the jungle where if you wait real days, the guy dies of old age.
Correct. Crucially, this is in the jungles of Russia.
Yeah. No, is it actually?
Yes. They did not care.
So funny.
The jungle of Russia is also crucially right next to the deserts of Russia.
Which there are deserts. I
Not
mean, in the Soviet Union, there would have been deserts.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but not Russia.
It's
explicitly Russia.
I've always assumed there's just like it's Cold War era.
It is. It's 1960. It's set during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
In Russia,
it is the Cuban Missile Crisis. The Cuban Missile Crisis was actually about the Metal Gears.
The Cuban Metal Gear Crisis.
Yeah, it was a cover story for what was actually happening, which is too complicated for me to get into.
So good.
Yeah. Odacon's dad isn't in this one, but like some of his work implicitly is. He appears later in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which is the second PSP game, but is incredibly important to the plot.
I thought Peace Walker was the name.
It is?
Oh, I'm getting it confused with Snake Eater. Sorry, never mind.
Okay, so I'm just going to
3
mention
is
all
Snake
of them.
Eater.
3 is Snake Eater. Then, before 4 came out, they released Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops.
Yeah.
Which is a direct sequel to 3, but like nothing super... It's not canon, basically. Then 4 comes out and is the last in the timeline. Sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2... whatever it's called. What is it?
Sons of Liberty?
Yes. Thank you. I can't believe you knew that and I didn't.
How did I know?
How even?
And that's with the Patriots. Right?
That's with the Patriots. Solid Snake is now Old Snake.
Thank you, Super Bunny Hop. That's how I know this.
Genuinely thank you, Super Bunny Hop. Cool channel. Probably cool guy. Yeah, they are still hunting Metal Gears. They live on basically Air Force One, a plane that never has to land. They have chicken that are named after all the snakes you've met up to this point. The three siblings, basically, they're called Solid, Liquid, and Solidus. Basically, and they have an adopted daughter. They basically the gay dads who live on a station and they do cool shit. Otakon is not supremely important in that one. And soon after that, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker came out as the second game on the PSP, where you play as Big Boss again. It's a direct sequel to, well, Portable Ops, really, but not really, because it's not canon. Big Boss is there. He has a different husband called Kazuhira Miller, who is in Metal Gear Solid 1, kind of, but not really, because that's really Liquid Snake pretending to be Master Miller. That's how he builds himself up, and you see the bits of villainy sneaking into him. Yeah. Sneaking. Whoa. The reason why I'm even talking about this is because that's where you meet Huey... What's his actual name? Huey... What's Otakon's fucking name?
Is his name not Otacon?
No, that's his nickname, because he's a big otaku. Otakon is short for Otaku Convention, because this is just like one of my Japanese animes.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's his reaction to seeing a cyborg ninja and pissing himself.
I didn't know that. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the reason why he builds Metal Gears, because he likes mecha anime.
Oh,
but it's not really, because his dad, Huey...
I thought,
Emmerich, that's his
thing.
name.
Yeah.
They were. Don't worry about it. A lot of retcons. Yeah. And people lying. Or rather, people being retconned into lying. People, like, retcons being like, oh, yes, my friend, Mr. Doctor, whatever his name, and, like, 2 games later, oh, this doctor was actually a woman, and this person never met them, and he assumed that this person was a man. The creator of the nanomachines.
I genuinely wonder how Kojima keeps track of any of this.
He doesn't. He just doesn't.
It's just like insane.
He just doesn't. Yeah, Huey Emmerich, Hal Emmerich is Otakon's name. Huey Emmerich is in Peace Walker. He's in a wheelchair. He builds AIs, basically, thinking robots. And he's not a great guy, but you have to work with him because otherwise the Patriots will... Not the Patriots, but whoever. Let's just say the Patriots. The Lali-Lule-Lo. Don't worry about it.
I'm so confused.
So basically...
Yeah.
At this point in the timeline, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, a lot of people have nanomachines inside them.
Yes, I
and
that.
The Patriots are behind the people who programmed them, and they don't want anyone to know about them. They don't want anyone to even comprehend the phrase, the Patriots. So whenever a person with nanomachines in them hears the phrase, the Patriots, instead the nanomachines translate the phrase to Lali-Lule-Lo, which is something that you can't even say in Japanese because they don't have the letter L.
What the fuck?
They are so secret, they are beyond language.
That's crazy.
And of course, by the time of Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, basically everyone in the world has nanomachines, so they are completely secret.
Yeah.
Except the people who have their nanomachines removed, or Solid Snake, or his friends. So, Snake does have nanomachines, but they're corrupted because he's old.
Okay.
He wasn't supposed to have accelerated aging like clones in Clone Wars, but because he was given Fox Die, a different kind of nanomachine that is wired to destroy specific DNA. Of course, the specific DNA being his fellow clone Liquid Snake.
I'm glad that you confirmed that they are clones, because for a second I thought when you were explaining it that they weren't clones, and that was like one of the only things I knew.
Yeah, so Big Boss was the greatest soldier alive.
Yeah.
But because he trained on the Bikini Atoll where they tested nukes, his sperm count Dooku is basically 0. Used it twice this episode.
Nice.
We should probably start wrapping up soon, because Jesus. How long have I been talking about Metal Gear? Yeah.
20 minutes.
The only way to get more people like him was like, okay, we're gonna take a bit of his DNA while he's asleep.
Yeah.
And inject this lady, Eva Matkapluku, aka Big Mama, with his Preox Morlana. And she is going to give birth to octuplets. And then I don't know if they intentionally harvested 6 of them into giving like more genetic juice into the other 2, or if 6 of them just failed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how Solid and Liquid were born. There was also a third clone, Solidus, who was a perfect copy of Big Boss.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he was born, but probably the same way, a little bit later.
Yeah.
He did get accelerated aging so that he looks exactly like Big Boss by the time of Sons of Liberty. And he becomes the President of the United States. And he does 9/11. And wears a Doc Ock suit, and you fight him on top of a massive submarine. But yes, Hal Emmerich is a bad guy. Sorry, not Hal Emmerich. His dad, Hugh Emmerich, is a bad guy. He's like somewhat of a dick in Peace Walker.
Yeah.
Then in between Peace Walker and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, he does some awful things, such as shutting Dr. Strangelove inside like a big AI pod and letting her suffocate to death. Sort of like Ahsoka and Barsofi almost did.
Linked.
This is after she gives birth to Hal.
Not Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Dr. Strangelove. And then he keeps doing a really, really bad stuff, but at that point in the timeline, Big Boss is like so corrupted that he doesn't really care. And also, spoilers, but you're not even really Big Boss. You're a guy hypnotized into thinking he's Big Boss. That's the big reveal at the very end.
Yeah, I think I had heard that part, yeah.
I think it's really funny that the reason why so many people are disappointed that Big Boss doesn't act like Big Boss is because he's secretly not Big Boss. So you're just playing a game with a much worse character, but it makes sense canonically.
Woo!
No.
Oh.
Like throughout the whole game, people are like, why are you so sad? Like, why are you not saying any of your catchphrases?
Yeah, because he's not Big
You're
Boss.
not him.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's the game where Skullface puts a bomb in a little girl's vagina. I say a little girl. She's an adult. She just looks really young.
What?
She's in her 20s. She just looks like a teenager. That's why she wins over everyone on Mother Base in Peace Walker, because everyone thinks, oh, she's just this little girl who's our mascot, but no, she's a spy for the Russians.
With a bomb?
Yeah.
Jesus
They put a bomb in her abdomen and they remove that. And then she wakes up and is like, no, I know you removed one, but there is another, it's in my ...
Genuinely?
And you can find an cassette tape in Ground Zeroes where you can hear the bomb being inserted.
Angry Joe didn't mention that in his review.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
It's awful. Metal Gear Solid 5 has issues. This is not one of the big ones, but it is one of them.
So when people listened to that in Ground Zeroes, were they like, "What the fuck is this?
Yes.
What the fuck is this?"
It's not well loved. It's also the most hidden one, so only like 2% of people have ever heard it.
Probably not Angry Joe, considering how quickly he finished that game.
Less than 4 hours.
Less than 4 hours.
A slave.
Ooh. It's crazy that they made a reference to all of that on the nose cone art of the early 80s in this episode.
Like if you can read Orobesh like both of us do, because we're uber mega nerds who suck.
Yeah. They actually wrote... You were just reading off of what they wrote on the early 80s, right? That wasn't off the cuff. You were just reading what they said in the episode.
Yeah, and that's why I was stopping and stammering so much, because it's like a little hard to read on 2008 resolution.
Exactly, yeah. Blu-ray, but not Blu-ray.
This was a really cool thing, and I loved doing that. And you know what else is a really cool thing? Your light side.
My light side.
Unless you have more to say about the freaking nose art.
Well, I was going to say my light side is how in the featurette for Weapons Factory, Dave Filoni got really high. Do you know this?
No, tell me more.
He is fucking high as fuck while making the featurette for that episode. Because he goes on, he spends the entire featurette, not talking about the episode, not talking about how they made it or their ideas for it. It's mainly centered around the fact that Barriss Ophi, when they're about to go into the the catacombs under the droid factory, when they're sneaking around, the whole featurette is Dave Filoni just talking about how Barriss Ophi cut a square hole instead of a round hole.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty
because
cool.
She's such a square!
That's what he says.
I don't like that I can get, like, on the same wavelength as a high Dave Filoni.
He was literally like, we always wondered, like, why are they always, like, drawing circles? Do you reckon Yoda, like, teaches the younglings and, like, to cut holes? And, like, one of them cuts, like, almost an oblong, and Yoda's like, no, that's not right. I was like watching it. Well, I've seen this years ago, but I rewatched it today. I was like, what the fuck is... Why are you talking about this? And
how do you think Dave Filoni and or Yoda feel about Qui-Gon cutting the door through the middle?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even cutting a hole, just like letting it heat up.
It's pretty sick.
Honestly, underrated moment.
Yeah. But Dave Filoni, he talks about how impressed he is at, like, Ahsoka and, like, any other Jedi being able to draw, being able to cut perfect circles. He says their wrists must be, like, so powerful. Their wrist action, it must be, like, playing hell on that.
Not a limp wrist to be found.
Not a limp wrist. And then he calls Barriss Ophi, and I quote, a shape revolutionist.
That's really sick, actually.
So fucking funny.
That's such a cool phrase. I'm surprised it's not being used by something.
Yeah, it's like when I was watching Weapons Factory, because I had already watched the featurette years ago.
I want that to be the third game in the Jedi trilogy. Fallen Order, Survivor, Shape Revolutionist.
Literally. Like when I was making my notes for the episode and Barriss Ophi cut the hole, I literally wrote Barriss Ophi's square theory, like shape theory. It's like Dave Filoni's weird shape theorist moments. But that's honestly my light side. It just brings me a lot of joy.
The featurette.
Because he's just you need to watch it.
I really do, and I need to slop the woke as well.
It's on StarWars.com. But genuinely, my that is my light side, officially. But I did write down like the fact that I had adventurous camera work and old movie inspiration.
Yes.
But because I'd already said that extensively, I took the opportunity to talk about my other favourite thing, was the fact that Dave Filoni was hella high. But...
I did love the camera work, especially there's like a kind of a nothing scene where Rex, Ahsoka, and Sky Guy are like discussing what they're about to do, and the way the camera whips between them and recenters, that's like
pretty cool.
Yeah. Just can't do that in a 2D animation.
You can clearly do it while you're high, though. Mm-hmm. But as we all know from one of the other motto rancisses in another episode, doing drugs is bad, kids. And speaking of bad, what was your dark side for these 2 episodes?
I feel like I've already talked about this quite intensely.
Yep, it is 22 past 8, so there's a reason why we're slowing our words.
Oh, hell, okay. I thought it was like 7 o'clock. Last time I looked at the clock, it was an hour ago.
Yeah, then you started talking about Metal Gear. No,
you asked me! You bastard! Don't act like this is my fault.
No, it's not. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Anakin is just such awful character in these episodes. I just don't know. What were they thinking?
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Even if this was supposed to be just after Christophsis, just Anakin should never be like this. I don't like it. Get this away from me.
Wow.
Stinks.
Stinks. I agree it doesn't fit within TCW, as I've said, but Anakin is a bad guy.
I mean, yes, but also, to have a fall from grace, he needs to have a grace.
Maybe, but...
The Clone Wars are supposed to be his, like, lucid moment.
Yeah.
This is him at the height. At his height.
His height was when he was having warm sushi. Those were his heights.
Kinda unironically. Killing Zygerians.
Yeah, he liked that.
I mean, you know, it's you can already see his downfall, but, you know, there's nothing wrong about killing slavers.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a crime.
Shouldn't. Yeah.
When you know, when the system finally works and I'm the one strong man telling everyone what to do.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Open season on slavers.
Yeah. I think we should all get behind that. That's on Air-deraan's tagline after a bad Star Wars podcast.
You know who also killing shouldn't be a crime?
Who?
Blue Man.
The fact that the Thrawn books have really seeped into your mind that the Blue Man bad thing.
An error only becomes a mistake where you fail to kill the minorities.
Jesus Christ.
That's what Thrawn said.
Yeah, when he was like fighting the Glimblams and the Hygees.
He's fighting like this, I think it's like a bug species, and he's like, they are like a hive species, therefore they always attack the weakest unit, even if doing so puts them in a battle-losing position.
Why would they do it then?
I don't know.
Was he like that when he was fighting the Prime Minister or President of Prime Minister of Hungary? Magyar?
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
Magyar.
Oh, the mages.
Mages.
No, he doesn't fight them. They're refugees.
Well, he
like,
can still fight them. He hates refugees.
He probably would, but not these ones, because I don't even know why.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I do not remember anything, like, why they're there.
It only took you 3 years to finish that book.
More.
I was just joking. Jesus Christ.
It came out in 2021, I want to say.
Yeah.
2 at a push. And I finished it like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. That's weighing on you.
Speaking of things that are weighing on me, what's weighing on you? What's your dark side?
Well, my dark side is, as much as I kind of like these 2 episodes in some ways, my dark side is the general fan perception of these episodes.
Really?
In the sense that they are used to evidence Clone Wars as not a kid's show, and that is actually adult-worthy, and it's for grown-ups.
Here's the thing. Adult-worthy for grown-ups? Potentially. Not a kid's show, that's where I draw the line.
It is a kid's show. I am an adult. I sometimes I wake up in the morning and filled with dread when I remember that I'm 26, and I still enjoy this show, and I still enjoy this episode. Obviously, it helps that I grew up with it. But it is still for kids, essentially. And these episodes, while they feature a lot of death, while they feature Star War crimes and Geonosians burning to death alive, it's still a kids show.
I mean, it was released where, Freddy? Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, yeah.
Not Nick at Night.
Not
I don't
Adult
even know what
Swim.
that is. Not Adult Swim, whether it existed yet or not.
He did, yeah.
Well, there you go. When Star Wars does a Rick and Morty style Adult Swim show, then we can talk about this.
Star Detours.
No way.
Kind of is.
That was not Adult Swim.
Robot Chicken is Adult Swim. And I think it was the same... It was Seth Green.
It is Seth Green, yeah.
Seth Green. So it would have been Adult Swim, right?
I
think it actually
I
could
guess
have...
so.
I
mean,
actually...
but that's not a Star Wars show.
I mean...
It is a Star Wars special, but, that doesn't count.
It wasn't a special. It was going to be a whole thing.
Oh,
It's called Star Wars Star Detours.
I'm talking about Robot Chicken.
Oh, Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Robot Chicken, yeah, that is special of the Adult Swim show. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But I don't know who picked up Star Detours. It does say Lucasfilm.
Well, no one picked it up. That's why it didn't
That's
come
true.
out.
That's true. No one picked it up.
I think ultimately Disney Plus did. I think or at least it was there briefly.
Oh my god, they produced 39 episodes of Star Detours.
No way.
What the? It was gonna have
How long are they though?
It's gonna have 2 seasons.
Jesus.
I don't know how long each episode is.
If they're like 5 minutes, then I can believe that.
That's crazy.
Jeepers creepers.
I do love the... I know I say it almost every episode, but I love the... Yo, dudes, the Empire is pretty chill. You should, join it or something. What the fuck? Weird Al Yankovic as Forlom?
What?
What the hell?
Anyone interesting as Zuckus?
Andy Richter. The comedian.
I'm not familiar.
I don't really know him.
Fair enough. Wow.
That's crazy. The voice actor for Padme was voice acting Princess Leia.
Okay.
I think she's bad, though, isn't she? In real life.
Which...
The voice actor for Padme.
In Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Billy D. Williams was going to be Lando. It was pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Oh,
just a cleaner.
It's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, it says that it was going to be Seth Green and Matthew Senreich, which are the Robot Chicken guys.
Good for them.
So, yeah.
I hope they got paid, question mark.
Question mark?
Yeah. I would really hope that these 2 episodes are not representative of Clone Wars as a whole, because I would not like the show if they were.
Yeah, in terms of being poorly written, I
mostly, agree. Yeah. No, these 2 episodes work just about.
Yeah, they work in terms of direction, visual and otherwise.
But if we had 7 seasons of this...
Yeah, it would have 0 substance.
Yeah, no thank you. No, thank you.
Yup. Get me friggin' Senate Spy any day. And Dave Filoni seems to poo-poo Senate Spy as well in the featurette for Landing at Point Rain, because he says we had to we bottled up all the explosions that weren't in Senate Spy, the romance episode, and we put them all out in here, just explosions, I'm like, bruh.
I'm not even sure that's how animation works.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that not having an explosion might be more expensive than having an explosion.
Yeah, Dave Filoni, I think you're talking out your ass here.
Yeah.
Speaking of us, who's up his own other than your Bendu? One in the middle.
My Bendu.
What is your Bendu?
So my Bendu, for once, is not about Galactic Racer.
Whoa.
Do you realize that I did that twice?
When was the first time?
I think for Mandalorian.
Are you fucking kidding? I didn't even realize that.
I've genuinely spoken about it twice.
Oh my god.
This time it is actually about this show. And I'm calling it my Bendu because it's something that's both good and bad smushed together. It's kind of nothing.
Whoa.
Kevin Kiner, I feel like, did music that feels unlike the rest of this show.
Yes.
But you can't hear it because it's drowned in the sound effects.
Yes.
At least at 2 points I was like, wait, what is this music? This goes like really hard. It's, vocals, it's really mournful. It really goes with like it feels like
Setting.
music that would be in like an Afghanistan war movie or an Iraq war movie.
Yeah.
But, different. But you just can't hear it because there are too many explosions.
Too many screams.
And too many screams.
Yeah.
That's my Bendu.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's something that I would like if I could hear it.
Yeah. Interesting, Bendu.
Thank you. What is your up his own ass, man?
My up his own ass was going to be the big thing up someone's ass. And that was the boot shoved up Dooku's ass.
Mm-hmm.
But since you've already said that, I think I'll give a good mention to just something I think is neat. And it's the fact that the central core of the weapons factory is the same as the central core of the second Death Star.
I did notice that.
And I thought that's really cool because the Geonosians designed the second Death Star's internal structure.
I thought that they just copied it.
It would have been on purpose.
IRL?
They would have had to do it.
I guess so. I mean, who else but Hatman would...
I don't think it would have been Hatman.
The team that Hatman oversaw.
Yeah.
Mr. Attention to Detail.
Yeah, I just think it's a pretty neat thing, really.
If anything, the Death Star should look more bug-like.
Well, I mean, the design was just like the internal structure. And the rest would have been...
Imperial standard issue.
I mean, it all looks Imperial still. I mean, there are the people that are like, I don't think this is real, but there is like the fan idea that the reason there's no guard railings on the Death Star is
because Geonosians can fly.
Yes. This is kind of funny, but I don't think that's...
Absolutely not.
It's not canon, because Geonosians weren't going to be working on the Death Star in any circumstances. Yes, they built
Especially
it.
not in the 70s.
Yeah, not in the 70s. But it is
Although in
Whoa.
the first outline for Star Wars, George Lucas did say that Emperor Palpatine manipulated the entire Republic to get elected and then turn it into a First Galactic Empire.
Yeah, so how much did George Lucas really plan? There was that rumor when I was in primary school that George Lucas wrote a 6-book long series that he then turned into movies, but only turned 4, 5, and 6 into movies first, because doing the first 3 books would have been too big a budget, or too he was limited by the technology of his time.
It's based on real things he said.
Yes.
But it's not like that at all.
It's not based in reality.
No.
I remember being a kid and being like, wow, I really want to read those the George Lucas Star Wars Bibles. And then, but that was before I realized that there were books in Star Wars. Star Wars Expanded Universe
tiny
books.
novels.
Yeah, that's before I realized that. I think when I was a kid, if I truly understood that there were hundreds of Star Wars books, I would be a completely different person, because I would have spent all my time reading them. Because
you'd be more like me.
But the thing is, I'm reading them now. Yeah. I've read about over 100 Star Wars books now.
That's crazy.
I do feel a bit crazy sometimes.
To be fair, if I count all the audiobooks I listen to, it wouldn't be 100, but it would be too many.
Too many?
Too many?
Yeah.
Too many.
Too...
That's Tamora Morrison looking at Attack of the Clones.
Whoa. What? Oh, yes. I get it now.
I'm too many characters in this movie.
I remember being a kid and being like, wow, it must have been crazy hiring that many people.
It's that many identical people.
I literally would thought that they I remember feeling... saying to a friend, it's I didn't know that... This sounds so bad. I didn't know that there were that many Maori actors. I was 7 years old. Give me a break for that.
Yeah, you can be forgiven. You can be
7 years
forgiven.
old.
Kudos to you for knowing who the Maori are at 7 years old.
Well, I'm. That's my memory of it, at least.
And that's your Bendu.
That's my Bendu.
Before anything else, I made a promise.
Whoa.
And the promise was that in this episode I need to mention that Anakin having one robot hand is not why it took so long to conceive Luke and Leia via hand-holding.
What?
They had a Chad alpha baby slightly earlier, the older brother, bigger Luke.
Yes, because this was something that we had discussed, unfortunately, off pod.
Yeah, this was why, while we were discussing your versions of the thumbnail for Warm Sushi.
Yes, why was like maybe Bigger Luke was conceived in a threesome with Lot Dodd. No, foursome, sorry.
With Lot Dot and Chad Clovis. What's his name?
Rush Clovis.
Rush Clovis.
Big time Rush Clovis.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it was...
Crush Love is.
Whoa. I don't know what
He has a crush on Padme.
Yeah.
And his love
is. Huh.
Or like lovers or something.
Yeah. Interesting. And what is interesting is genuinely the conception of Bigger Luke. Because that does explain it. The on Air-deraan theory of conception in Star Wars remains true and totally canon.
Here's another concept. Conceptual ghosts.
What? Conceptual?
Yeah.
What, can two ghosts make a baby?
Or can two people make a ghost?
Conceived ghosts? Can they conceive a ghost? Maybe. I'm definitely not covering for something I said.
Like, what are Ghost Luke and Leia getting up to?
Well, like incest.
That's what you said, not me.
Well, we're going in for a third kiss. Third hand holding.
They're not in hell, so they can't go there anymore, right?
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? They're already dead.
They're already dead. Yoda and Yaddle.
Ooh. Boy Yoda and Girl Yoda.
Boy Yoda and Girl Yoda. Exactly. The classic thing that...
we will have said.
We have... it's like
that we have will say.
We have said, but you... Yeah, we've said in the future.
Yes. I mean, if Girl Yoda is mentioned when no one can hear it, is it really said at all?
If we talk about something on a podcast, but then the podcast is blown up, did we ever say anything?
It's a good thing we will never have to figure that out, isn't it?
I'm really glad.
I'm really glad that we're alive.
My wife.
You may fire when ready.
I'm just going to partake of a little green. A little green guy.
Yeah, juiced up.
Juiced up Grogu.
Juiced up Grogu, yeah.
Is it gonna come to the freaking point? I'm recording now, by the way.
Yeah.
Is it gonna come to the point where Yoda has existed so long that we're gonna get like the Rota the Hutt treatment for Grogu? Are we gonna get buff
Grogu?
Buff Grogu or buff Yoda or one of those fuckers?
Maybe. I mean, if people said that Grogu was busted, then what happens when he busts?
Does busted make him feel good?
Maybe. Busty Grogu?
Ooh, I mean, if we get a young not baby Yaddle, but like...
I don't want... No.
Surely, if we got like a girlfriend for Grogu,
yeah.
Would they call him would they call that Girl Yoda, or would they call it Baby Yaddle?
No one knows Yaddle, apart from like us.
Wook sloppers.
Yeah. Only like... Yeah. I was about to say only real fans know. Like, even though Yaddle appears in Phantom Menace, no one knows who she is.
Yeah, I mean, so many such cases.
Coleman Trebor?
I got asked Coleman Trebor. I got asked about Jarl Puff and Otto Red.
Otto!
That's my
Sayonara,
great uncle's name.
dudes.
Someone told me that Quinlan Voss isn't a real character because he's not in the prequels. I was like, checkmate.
He is in
Here
the
he is,
prequels.
poking out from around the corner while Anakin's talking to Watto.
Look at these, 4 pixels! He's here!
My friend did ask, how is he undercover when he's got that big stripe over his face?
I think we say that on the, maybe on the iceberg or something, I don't know.
A couple episodes ago. There's so many Kifar. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you had to pick between Girl Yoda or Baby Yaddle...
I would say Girl Yoda. Do you remember, those edits, in around 2010, when it was, dark side Yoda, and it was, grey with, evil eyes and a red lightsaber?
Yeah, lame.
Yeah, but it was very 2010, though.
Hmm.
It was around that time when you had, all the acapella remixes and stuff.
The what remixes?
Acapellas of, the Star Wars music.
Wookiee,
Yes.
take the droid.
Classic. That was
Stolen, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah.
No!
There was, a full a cappella choir that did that, and that one guy, pasted a video of himself doing everything.
He stole it.
Yeah.
That was the first MP4?
MP4's video.
MP3 that I had on my phone, on my shitty Nokia. That's the first thing that I had downloaded. And it actually ruined all John Williams music for me for maybe 5 years.
Because you can't listen to it without those lyrics.
I have to consciously try and tune out the lyrics. Every time I watch Indiana Jones, every time I watch fucking anything, Jurassic Park
Playing Lego Batman 2 and taking off as Superman and going, no one cares if you upset a droid. I think it improves it, honestly.
To be fair, I did forget about the Superman one, but now that's back in my mind. So
it's all of them, really.
Yeah,
all of the good ones, anyway. Looking at You, always. I don't know if he did music for that one.
Always.
That's the one where Tom Hanks is a ghost, and he's trying to ruin his widow's new boyfriend's life or something like that.
That's kind of dark for Tom Hanks.
It's probably not that then.
Yeah.
It's probably not Tom Hanks either. Regardless, there's no Girl Yodas in that movie.
There might be a Girl Yoda later. Do you reckon Yoda's a girl dad?
Do you think Yoda is a dad full stop?
800 years. I
mean,
can't.
if Ki-Adi-Mundi's species can have special treatment, and Miri Allen's can have special treatment, why not Yoda?
Why not Yoda?
Aren't they endangered? If not, how?
How? Yeah, when 800 years you'll be, many cheeks you'll clap. It'll be...
Jesus.
That was the his secret line. Cut from episode 6.
Yeah, they had to ADR around Survivor's Perimeter Create over that. Do you reckon we're actually gonna ever get any context for the Yoda species? I'm gonna keep calling them the Wills until I'm told otherwise.
I hope not.
I hope yes.
That would be the signaling the death of Star Wars to me. Creative bankruptcy.
But what if it's good?
I think the first sign of the death of Star Wars is a live-action remake of Clone Wars.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
If it ever happens, Star Wars is actually going to be dead. And then the second thing is naming Yoda species.
What if it's Wook Sloppers?
Well, that's his species name.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, fellow Wooksloppers.
They can own... No, never mind, I'm not saying
they
that.
Can only... Yeah. Why he has good relations with the Wookiees. He was talking about fucking.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that is the... I'm gonna say it. Maybe that is the only way they can reproduce.
Yeah.
Is by getting sloppy with a Wookiee.
That's why...
And Yoda does not want to do it because he's not into that.
How do you know? Maybe that's why Chewbacca didn't tell Han Solo about it. He just didn't want to talk about it. He blotted that from his mind.
Ooh. there are worse ways that we could go with this. So let's abandon the ship.
Yeah, like
And-
Yoda in his little pod.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't abandon ship in that pod. He abandoned planet.
Yeah. I mean, he went like...
Let's abandon planet.
Yes.
It's weird that he used like an escape pod to go up.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's upsetting, really.
And then, in the deleted scene, he uses that same pod to land on Dagobah.
I wonder where that ended up.
Does it weird you out that it looks like an egg?
Kinda. But I guess, it's the whole...
It's the whole... I gotta say this. The only thing going through my mind is Yoda Koeka. That's the only thing, words passing through my mind right now. Yoeka.
I mean, we don't really know what his situation is.
Does Yoda lay eggs?
Star Wars balls and ass real, but Yoda ball and ass out for discussion.
That is, yeah.
They look like... They're froggy enough. He live in swamp.
Yeah.
Yoda amphibian.
Yoda-phibian.
Yophibian?
Maybe.
Yossarian?
Does he have, maybe before Grogu, they're like little tadpoles with ears?
That might be too...
It's just going to be too
Just a
sperm-like.
big sperm, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yoda Preox Morlana confirmed.
Oh my god. What? I'm trying to remember the Dooku quote now.
What? Sperm count Dooku?
Sperm count Dooku, yeah.
There it is. We finally have it on
We
tape.
finally have it on tape. Do we need to clap in order to line this up?
Yeah, we should. Oh, Jingle Jango.
Oh yeah, I've also got my Jingle Chango.
Django Bango, not anywhere to be found. Nor is Bango Bango.
Nice.
Whew. Okay, no Rhydonium needed this time.
Woo! That appeared on mine. But it's
That?
quite faint. Wait.
Should I...
Did that appear on yours?
Yeah,
Nice.
that should be fine. Well, let's go on with it.
I can't believe we're 8 minutes talking about fucking Girl Yoda.
I mean, we talked about Girl Yoda for 1 minute. We talked about Yoda's sperm later, though.
Yeah. Oh my god. No Yoda in this episode, though.
No, we do the Gav good, but... Are you kidding me right now?
What was that?
We did have green people, though.
Yep.
Greeple.
Greeple.
Jordy Greeple.
Geordie LaForge?
Jordy Greep. He's a musician that I don't like.
Is he a creep?
I don't think so.
You
He
never
just
know.
doesn't make music I enjoy.
Oh, okay.
He's not from Cardiff, but apparently one time he walked 10 meters behind me. And I didn't know.
Woody Harrelson went to a friggin' Pokeball place near me
Huh.
in Cardiff. I'm not going to say the neighborhood.
Interesting.
And I was like, what the hell? Because I was
doing
annoyed because I was considering going to that place that day. I could have ran into Woody Harrelson.
Are you playing Pokemon Go?
I wasn't. Maybe he was, though.
He's also training drones for Israel, unfortunately.
Is that what Pokemon Go does?
It does now.
Oh my god.
I don't believe it has always, but they
Yeah.
sold the data to...
Holy shit. That does not... It kind of doesn't surprise me, but that's fucking bleak.
It more so surprises me that they only did it now.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what the stuff they didn't tell us was.
Oof.
But, that's enough tinfoil hats for now.
That'd be a good episode. What's our tinfoil hats about?
Real life?
Maybe. Star Wars is real life.
This is true. I mean, it's more real than democracy.
Yeah.
Woof. Anyway, is this the first time we got into a tangent before starting the podcast?
No, I think we just would delete
while
it.
recording.
We would just delete it usually.
Let's keep this.
Maybe this is the post show.
Yeah, I think so.
And then if it when you click on loop on YouTube, it would then loop all the way around, and then when you're about to start, it then starts on the next play. What?
I guess should we wrap up by talking about Girl Yoda at the very, very end?
You maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool. So that you like incept this idea into my brain,
Whoa!
like a certain Leonardo.
just like Yoda into Chewbacca.
Well, I don't think they did.
No, if
They
Wookiees are
conceived,
required.
I mean, they could, but to our knowledge, they didn't. Unless Chewbacca is pregnant.
But how long does it take for a Wookiee to gestate?
They're pretty long-lived.
Yeah, it could be.
It takes a full year to an elephant.
Holy shit! Could you imagine, like, off from a certain point of view in Force Awakens during the whole Rathtar thing, like Chewbacca is going through labor, gives birth,
Ooh.
and then is it eaten by Rathtar? Depends on the author.
Eat the Rathtar.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Ooh.
Wookiee / Yoda's species / Will's babies eat Rathars when they're born.
It's also possible that the whole thing had happened before Chewbacca met Han.
What, they gave birth? That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be a deadbeat dad. Well,
What if
we know he
was
is.
it Itchy or Lumpy? That's the kid.
Lumpawaru. Lumpy is his child, and he is a deadbeat. Like Chewbacca is a deadbeat.
Lumpawaru is
to him.
actually Yoda's child with Chewbacca.
Oh my god, he's gonna tell Chewbacca's wife.
Like a couple more years, and all of their hair will fall out to reveal a little green guy.
Oh my god.
Is Lumpawaru a boy or a girl? Do we know that?
I think a boy. I think.
Oh, I always thought it was a girl.
I think it's a boy.
Girl Yoda.
Whoa!
A girl Chewie.
Chewie?
A girl Itchy.
Yeah. Itchy, the porn addict.
The feminists are taking over, not because of the porn addiction, because of what the last thing I said.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Let us begin.
are you sitting comfortably? God damn it.
Buy me a pint.
No. Bear me a pint.
It's gone from whatever the reference is that I still don't understand to just another Borat thing.
To me, it's Harry's moving castle, but I know it can't be it. I guess he does it because it's maybe in Doctor Who, but whatever. It's also not Harbo Holmes. This is a conversation we had like 10 years ago.
Oh my god, 10 years of Harbo Home Watcher.
Oh god. 5 years on Air-deraan hiatus. Played by Billy D. Williams.
Whoa.
Which, never mind. Let's actually start.
Let's start.
Whew! Okay.